All right, well sung down there by Madison Modenberg as it is Star Wars night. Chewbacca's got the lug nuts flag, and he is running it around the diamond. The Star Wars characters in full character tonight. And we bring you to, as Jesse said, a field far, far away. Jackson Field, the host site of all 6 games this week. The Nuts are wearing the Star Wars-themed unis tonight, black caps, those gray and red unis, and then they've got the white pants. As for Cedar Rapids, all gray against the Nuts, and it's been a gray kind of week for the Colonels so far. 28-32 now, just 10-18 on the road, while Lansing has strung together 5 straight, 29-32, 18-13 at home. The Nuts are 17-6 at home since they dropped 6 straight here to West Michigan back in April. So let's see what we have in store on a Star Wars Saturday night, June 13th, 2026. The Nuts and the Colonels. And with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Nuts, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler.
I am one with the Force, and Adam Jackson's with me. And the outfield, Nankill plays left, Pacheco's in center, Green is in right. Sprague-Lott at third, Camarillo at short, Goldsmith at second, Patero at first, Newton's the catcher. Play ball has been declared. So it shall be. Sha Tzu-Chun, 22 years of age, out of Taipei, number 10 on his back, gets all set for his 11th start of the year. Finished last season here in the Midwest League after getting called up from Stockton, opened up this year with the Lugnuts after he took part on the World Baseball Classic team for Chinese Taipei. Along the way, retired Shohei Ohtani, albeit in a losing cause. He takes on Houston, Tait, and Winokur, who harbor dreams of major league grandeur. Merrick Houston, first man up, 81 degrees, 7:06 p.m., ball one low, 92 miles per hour. Right on right. Shot delivers. Ball 2 down and away. Fastball, slider, change. Every now and then a curve for Sha Tzu-Chun. Houston yesterday, 2 singles and a walk out of the leadoff spot. Here's the pitch. Down and away again. Slider, ball 3. Earlier today, Merrick Houston was interviewed by Calvin Cristoforo, the voice of the Colonels. Look for that interview. In depth. 3-ball offering. Right there for a called strike by Xander Huddleston. Adam, I asked Calvin afterward what was something that surprised him about it, and he said that Merrick shared about the couple of years that he lived in England. His family traveled around a lot. Military. 3-1. Line drive, base hit, right center field. That's up the alley. Pacheco over to cut it off. Merrick Houston turns first, heading for second. Pacheco's throw is offline. It's a leadoff stand-up double. Rifled it at 103 into right center. Merrick Houston collects his 12th double of the year. The Colonels have a man in scoring position for Eduardo Tait. Go back to the first game of this series. Cedar Rapids scored in the very first inning. That's been all. They've gotten off to tougher starts otherwise. Tait, it's a high fly to right center. He thinks he got it. Did he? He did. It's gone. 443 feet. Eduardo Tait. And it's 2-0 Colonels. He took a changeup from Shaw, and he launches his 11th homer of the year.
We told you about this guy only having 1 hit this week. It'd be a home run, and if there was a night that he could potentially get going, and he wasted no time. First pitch, swinging, and see you later.
That ball got going. Ooh, out to the terrace. There's Brandon Winokur. Nobody on, nobody out. The deal, strike called on the fastball. Winokur homered yesterday off of Ryan Magdic. But that was the Colonels' only run in Magdic's 7 innings. Shaw's pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, Goldsmith. Picks it up, throws to first, one away. That Taid home run, Adam, that launched out of here like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, but how far and how fast can it do the Kessel run?
I think pretty fast. Here's Hadim Zhao. One out, base is clear. Right on right. Strike called on the slider. Zhao hit 2 homers in the first game of the series. In center field here today. Shaw's pitch. Strike 2 called. Fastball at 94, and that is as hard as I've seen Shaw throw all year. We had heard about a mid-90s fastball when he joined the Lugnuts from Stockton. And it appears that he is building his strength back. Fires the 0-2. Ground ball up the middle into center between Camarillo and Goldsmith. Base hit for Zhao. Pacheco plays it in. And a 1-out single. You would think if you're Shaw, okay, I've gotten out in front. It's no balls and 2 strikes. So now I'm going to whip in this slider down and away. It was at the knees. It was toward the outside corner. And Hadim Zhao met it square at 103. So a double, a homer, a ground out, a single. On the batter's Jay Thomason, 2-0 Cedar Rapids. The pitch, low. Thomason's hitting .258 with 7 home runs this season. He is another big power threat. The Air Force Falcon. Shortstop Camarillo's up the middle. The kick and the pitch. Stayed outside. 2-0. We have seen a lot of stealing in this series. There's been a lot of thievery, especially from Lansing. Hadim Zhao, though, 3 steals, 3 times caught. Short lead. 2-0 pitch. Fly ball up the right side, hooking foul. 2-1. Thomason knows something about flight. He's a pilot. Trained in the Air Force. Hitters count here. A throw goes over. Zhao's safe. The wind is blowing out steadily to right field, just in case Thomason decided to take flight out to right. Pull it right down the line. It is only 304 to the right field corner. 23-foot tall wall. The pitch. Line drive instead. Base at right field. Zhao takes the turn at second. It's juggled in right by Green. Thomason for second. Throw one hops in perfectly. Camarillo tags him out. Thomason's the second out. Zhao to third on the play. A momentary bobble by Rodney Green Jr., but then the quick recovery and the throw is on the money to Ali Camarillo.
Well, it's great stuff right there. It's not been the first inning that Shaw's looking for, the Lugnuts are looking for, but still, Rodney Green Jr. makes up for a little bobble, puts it right on the button, and that's a big second out.
I mean, that's 4 hits and 5 batters. But if Shaw gets Yasser Mercedes, he's out of this. Yanked the first pitch outside for a ball. Zhao 90 feet away. Colonel's up by a pair. The pitch to Mercedes. Low again. 2-0. Batting just .222 in 24 games. He has a lot of power, though. 6 doubles, 3 homers, and terrific speed. Twirling the bat about. The 2-0 is stroked into left center. That's a base hit, and that ball's up the alleyway. It scores Zhao. Mercedes heads for second, pulling in with the RBI double. 3-0 Colonels. 5 hits in 6 batters against Shaw. And they are barreling.
And just unfortunately, it's how it's gone this year for Shaw. It's not been his season. And it's now just continue to compound, and he can't find a way to just get the recipe for success. So all you can do is keep working, keep throwing, keep going out there, and it's going to turn around. It's just right now it has not happened again yet in this first inning.
I think a big part of the reason why, Adam, is on what pitch is he getting a swing and a miss on? Right? He's just not getting swings and misses at any of his stuff. There was one outing at Lake County where he struck out a bunch because the slider was looking great. And right now, no matter what he throws, fastball, slider, changeup, they're meeting it, especially the slider. Here's Miguel Briseño, righty to righty. Line drive base hit left center. That was the fastball. In comes Mercedes to score. Pacheco's throw comes in to hold Briseño to the RBI single. And it's 4-0 Colonels. Briseño wasted no time. There's a stat that I check out on Fangraphs called swinging strike percentage. And Shaw right now is about 10.5% swinging strikes. Danny De Andrade hooks it foul up the left side. He is not fooling the hitters. Remember, gave up 11 hits and 8 runs in 4 1/3 innings his last time on the mound. He has allowed, let's see, 2 doubles, 3 singles, and a home run. And a ground out to second. De Andrade, the number 8 hitter. Shaw deals. Check swing. Appeal it. No, he did not go. 1 ball and 1 strike. So right now, Adam Shaw has allowed 67 hits and 48 2/3 innings. The pitch, line drive up the left field line, down foul, left of the stripe. 1-2. Happiest man of all is Garrett Horn, the Colonel's left-hander, watching his offense build the lead before he throws his first pitch. This pitch is skied up the right side over the Lansing bullpen. Soaring back, out of play, off the bleachers. 1-2, it stays on De Andrade. He's a dangerous hitter himself. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, though the batting average is sunk below 200. Cedar Rapids, Adam, has taken out some frustrations from this week.
Yeah, they needed a first inning like this, and they're getting it.
Briseño at first, 4 runs in. Luis Hernandez, the 9-hitter, on deck. Pitch number 24 for Shaw. Pitcher's pitch. Down and away. Lays off the slider. There's a pull shift onto the infield with the right-handed batter. Third baseman Sprague Lott to his line. Shortstop Camarillo deep into the hole to his right. Second baseman Gouldsmith up the middle. Briseño held on at first. De Andrade goes down swinging. Got him with the breaker. First strikeout for Shaw. Retires the side in the top of the first. But Cedar Rapids plates 4 on 6 hits, 1 left, gone to the bottom of the first inning. Colonels 4, Garrett Horn taking to the mound when we return. The Liberty Flame, Garrett Horn, ready to deal to the Lansing Lugnuts for the bottom of the first inning, after Cedar Rapids Colonels just scored him 4 runs in the top of the first. Here are the batters coming up. Carlos Pacheco, Jared Sprague Lott, Ali Camarillo against the Southpaw Horn, 6'2", 190 pounds. Jessica Briggs-Strassler alongside Adam Jackson. Wait till Adam sees the hometown from Mr. Horn. Man was born to play for Cedar Rapids. Luis Hernandez the sign. Horn turns, kicks, deals to Pacheco. Strike called.
Cornstalks, Iowa or something?
Check it out. Look this up. Have you seen? It's great.
Nice.
Lefty to righty. Pacheco swings and fouls it back. Strike 2. 94 in on the hands. Garrett Horn is from Kernersville, North Carolina, and it begins Kerne. You replace the R, Kernersville, with an L, Kernelsville. Very close. 0-2 pitch. It's got him swinging. Set him down with a slider, down it in. 3 pitches and 1 strikeout for Horn. For the year, 8 strikeouts through 6 1/3 with Cedar Rapids. I mean, it's limited time because 1 relief appearance, 1 start, 3 walks, only 2 hits, only 1 run. Talking to Calvin Cristoforo, voice of the Colonels, he said they're very high on him. Twins picked him up in a trade for Danny Coulon. Deals to Jared Sprague-Lutt. Ball high, 96. 4-0 Cedar Rapids. Eduardo Tait, a monster 444-foot home run. The pitch from Horn. Floats across for a called strike. So Carlos Pacheco set down something they could not accomplish yesterday. 3 singles, 2 walks. Sprague-Lutt yesterday was hitless, but he drew 2 walks. Here's the 1-1. And that's low. Sprague-Lutt now 14 walks in 20 games. The batting average is 197, but reaching base 35% of the time. Hitter's pitch here on 2-1. He takes a called strike 2. What a good breaking ball that is. And watched it all the way in. The thing with Sprague-Lutt's numbers is they're deceiving because he opened up the year with the Lugnuts. He struggled. He went down to Stockton, was great, won California League Player of the Week, came back batting at the top of the order. Takes ball 3 inside. Sprague-Lutt 3 hits, 5 walks so far in this series. The payoff. Check swing foul. That slow 3/4 cut stroke. What Garrett Horn was traded for last year from the Rangers org. With Hickory, Carolina League, looking great, and he came right here to the Colonels for 5 starts. The pitch. Ground ball left side, 1 hop picked by Winokur, spins and fires, dug at first by the first baseman Thomason, and there's 2 away. By the way, here is the defense for Cedar Rapids. Hernandez the catcher, Thomason at first, De Andrade at second, Houston at short, Winokur's at third. Bersenio in left, Zhao in center, and Mercedes is in right. As Horn looks for a 1-2-3 inning. Ali Camarillo also had a perfect day yesterday. 3 for 3 with an HBP. Pitch on its way. Strike called. Knocked in 3 runs. Horn kicks and offers. High fly out to right center field. Zhao is racing back there. It's down, takes a hop, and it's off the wall. Camarillo slows down approaching second. Helmet in his hands, content with the double. Well, Ali has become the doubles man. It's a baker's dozen's worth of doubles for him in 39 games.
We just rename him R2-D2. All he does, man, get to second base, and all he does is get hits. He's been red hot, and that's more of what Lansing has looked like during this 5-game stretch.
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's Miles Naylor. Horn sets, gives a glance back, fires. Ball 1 low and in. So don't put this first inning to bed just yet. Naylor's DHing today, the 21-year-old, two-tone bat in hand, out of Mississauga, Ontario. Easy for me to say. Ball 1 offering to him. Strike called. Right there in the hands, inside corner. 95. Hitting .236 with a couple of doubles and 1 homer. That was a towering shot that he tucked right down the left field line. And give the home plate umpire Huddleston some more baseballs. Naylor is 2 for 10 in the series, 2 walks, 2 singles. He has so much power. The break even. Strike 2 called. Right across that inside corner at 96. Outfield is straight up. Second baseman De Andrade up the middle. First baseman Thomason way off his back. Lee Camarillo pacing back and forth in his lead from second. Horns pitchers pitch on 1-2. Forthcoming. And here it is. Buried it. 2-2. You know, Brazil is still tied with Morocco in the second half.
Uh-oh. Not everybody can have as great a first game in the World Cup as the United States did, I guess.
Miles Naylor, one of the biggest soccer fans on the team. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew him away with the fastball. Side retired. The double stranded. And we go to the second. Colonels lead the Lugnuts 4-0. Luis Hernandez was the only Colonel who did not bat in the top of the first inning against Shatsu Chun. And he does lead off the top of the second inning, followed by Houston and Tayit. 4 for the Colonels in the first against Shaw. Tayit had a big 2-run homer. Yasser Mercedes, an RBI double, and Miguel Briseño, an RBI single. Here's Luis Hernandez. Right-hander pitches to right-hander. Check swing. Strike called. Slider. Luis Hernandez is one of 29 Luis Hernandezes to have played minor league baseball. He's one of 3 active. The 0-1. Just missed outside.
So you were looking this up today too, huh?
You too?
Baseball Reference. I'm like, oh man, which one is he?
There's one Major League Luis Hernandez. He's trying to become the second. 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit right field. And Hernandez is on. Rodney Green Jr. rifles it in. Holds Hernandez to a single. 7th hit allowed against Shaw.
That one played last in like 2014 or something like that?
Yeah, that's right. You and I looking at the same thing. This one, Luis Hernandez out of Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Earlier this year, he was up in AAA. Got in 1 game for St. Paul. Was 0 for 3 with a run scored and an HBP. Merrick Houston takes a called strike. And before that single, Luis Hernandez was 3 for 30 here for the Colonels. And now he's 4 for 31. The runners crouch. The pitch. Ground ball through the right side. Base hit Houston. Hernandez approaches second, applies the brakes. Green's throw hits the shortstop Camarillo. And back-to-back singles to raise the curtain on the second. Here we go again, Adam. And this is just nice hitting by Merrick Houston, too. Right side of the infield was wide open. It was a slider away. Go right with it and punch it through. Houston is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And here is Eduardo Tayit. 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer. 4-0 Colonels. Shaw's pitch. Swing and a miss, and there goes the bat. Air to the netting, down to the Lansing dugout. And if not for the net, that bat might have gone 8 rows up. Give it back to the man. And give the man some stickum. And rub that up and down that handle.
So that was a strike, huh?
It was. And a breeze. And a mighty fine throw.
Tayit strikes back.
At 0-1. On its way. Stayed outside. His home run in the first inning was not solo. Two on, none out. The pitch. Got under it out to left center field. The ballpark will hang on here. Pacheco from center, the grab. Hernandez tags from second, then stops. Houston left from first base. They allow both runners to go back. First baseman Patero went to the middle of the infield. Simply a fly out to center. had one away. Houston was going as far as Hernandez went. Luis Hernandez got out there toward third and decided, you know what? Nah. And Merrick Houston had to throw it hurriedly into reverse. Brandon Winokur steps in, and a double play ball will get Shaw and the Lugnuts out of a scoreless top of the second. Down 4-0. The pitch, ground ball rolled slowly, left side. Third baseman Sprague Lott was there, but Camarillo got to it instead, and Camarillo the throw over to first in time. Winokur retired. Hernandez to third, at Houston to second.
That was a great effort right there. Sprague Lott, Camarillo both going for it. Sprague Lott couldn't get there, so Camarillo stayed with it. Wasn't distracted by his teammate running right by him. Made a tough play over there.
Yes, he did.
And with the struggles so far from Shaw, you know, any opportunity to get it out, really, really important to hopefully help his confidence as he tries to kind of regain his form here.
He deals to Hadim Chow. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, Jesse, there you go. You were talking about a pitch that got swing and miss in Lake County. That was great movement right there.
Chow singled to center field his first time. 0-1. Below the knees. Ball at a strike. Third round selection of the Twins 2 years ago from Loyola Marymount Lion. Houston is at second, Hernandez at third. The pitch from Shaw. Ground ball pulled foul. Strike two. All of the images, by the way, for the Colonels have been replaced by Star Wars villains on the big video board above the left field wall, and I believe that is General Grievous.
The coughing General Grievous.
I
That's
might
right.
want to get that checked out.
Yeah, no doubt.
1-2. Fly ball center field. Pacheco is back. He's at the wall. It is gone. Off the picnickers. And then rolling in front of the batter's eye above the yellow line. Hadim Chow launches a 3-run homer. And the Colonels go up 7-0. 92-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone from Shatsu Chun. And Hadim Chow caught up with it and crushed it. And then there are some folks sitting at a picnic table to the right of the batter's eye, and that ball paid them a visit. Second home run allowed in as many innings by Shaw, who pitches to Jay Thomason. Backdoor breaking ball, called a strike. Don't see Shaw go to the curveball all that often. A 1, down and away. Thomason singled his first time up. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Looking up all the Star Wars hope quotes right now.
Never tell me the odds.
So a 1-2. A line drive into left center field, sinking down for a base hit in front of Pacheco. And Thomason has the second knock. 2 for 2, 2 singles.
You just look up to that scoreboard, Jesse, and I just think, that's no moon.
7-0 Cedar Rapids, 4 in the first, 3 in the second. They have 10 hits. They're 1 2/3 against Shaw. And the Lansing bullpen is now going to get active. Shaw to Gasser Mercedes. Start him off with a called strike. Well, specifically home games have been highly frustrating for Shaw. He has really struggled here at Jackson Field, and the Colonels have taken full advantage. 0-1. Runner takes off, but the pitch is fouled back, and that's strike two. And there's two mourning doves on the wire right below us. It shook the wire, bounced it up and down, and they are unperturbed. Male and a female, I presume, Adam. Date night here at the ballpark.
Han and Leia. Obviously.
Obviously. 0-2. Line drive up the middle, base hit center field. Goldsmith gave a dive, but he wasn't close. Pacheco has to relay in another. Thomason stops at second on the laser by Mercedes at 106. He's 2 for 2. "11 hits against Shaw, same as there were last time out against Great Lakes, when the Loons scored 8 runs on 11 hits, but that was in 4 1/3 innings. And the Colonels are getting there early. 7-0 right now. Miguel Briseño looks to go 2 for 2. Takes the ball low.
A tough thing, too, is that's on 2 strikes for Mercedes. He's so close to trying to get that final out and just can't quite do it.
There was a 2-strike home run for Jal. Shaw steps off the rubber, looks back to second base, but Thomason already retreats. It started to step toward third and lost his footing and beat that hasty retreat. Mercedes is 2 for 2, so is Thomason, so is Jal, so is Houston. Tait, Briseño, Hernandez 1 hit apiece. A ball low. 2-0. 8th batter of this inning. After Shaw faced 8 in the first inning. 6 hits in the first, 5 hits so far here in the second. 2-ball pitch. Fly ball, but lifted foul up the left side. Third baseman Spraglott with some hope. But no, that ball is into the first row of the Pepsi porch. Strike 1. We've got a sheet of white cloud just directly above the field, and out beyond the center field wall, out beyond the outfield loft apartments, we see the blue sky. It is a lovely day in Lansing, Michigan. And the visiting Colonels are having a lovely time of it. 2-1 pitch for Briseño. Ground ball stroke to shortstop. Camarillo gloves, goes the short way to second, and Goldsmith forces out Mercedes, side retired. A 3-run homer for Hadim Jal. And as we go to the bottom of the second, Cedar Rapids now leads 7-0. Another present for Garrett Horn. 3 more runs put up there behind him. 7-0 Colonels. The lefty Horn deals to Nate Nankill, batting right. Strike called, 93. Horn in the first inning struck out Pacheco and Naylor around a double from Ali Camarillo. Stranded him, put up an early 0. Right back to work in rhythm. Socks up to the knees. Lets it fly. That's high. 1 ball and 1 strike, and the Cal State Fullerton Titan. Nankill's 1 for 10 so far in the series, but the one hit was a big one. It was a single as part of the Lugnuts rally a couple of days ago. The pitch. Strike 2 called. 95 at the knees. Gunnar Goldsmith is waiting on deck. C.J. Patero's in the hole. 5-6-7. Here's the pitch from Horn. Ground ball to shortstop. Accepted by Houston. The throw to first. Had 1 away. Matches the uniform number for the first baseman, Thomason. Gunnar Goldsmith steps in. Switch hitter batting right. As he always does, stretches the bat behind his head. Opens up his stance. Knees bent. 7-0 Colonels. Horn to the plate. And misses low. Ball 1. Goldsmith is batting .271, reaching base nearly 40% of the time. And he has homered twice in this series. That's a ball 1 offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Terry, director of production, has made the choice of making Gunnar Goldsmith's headshot that of Yoda on the video board. the sagacious one. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled away over the screen, off the rooftop, bouncing off the suites, ricocheting down into the stands. Strike 2. And that fastball is getting on these batters in a hurry. Horn fires. Tapper foul, stays alive on the breaker. C.J. Patero's in the on-deck circle. Center fielder Zhao is relatively shallow, shading to right center. Again, the 1-2 from Horn. Breaking ball bounced foul off to the left. Garrett Horn pitched 3 years at Liberty. In 2022, as a teenager, he posted a 1.93 ERA. With 80 strikeouts and 51 in the third innings, he burst on the scene. Pitcher's pitch once more. Way outside. Ball 2. In 2023, came right back, struck out 87 in 66 innings, but the home run total jumped up, as did the walk total. He went off and pitched in the Cape Cod League with Bourne. In 2023, the Bourne Braves. It's 2-2. Bouncing ball. Foul wide of third. And in 2024, Garrett Horn, 4 starts, 20 innings, struck out 29, and then Tommy John surgery. And the Texas Rangers drafted him in the 6th round. Here's the pitch. Low. Goldsmith has worked it full. So the Rangers drafted him while he was still in the midst of recovering from Tommy John. And he came back in 2025. First in the Complex League in Arizona, then for Hickory, and then the Rangers traded him for Danny Coulomb. Here's the payoff. Ground ball down to third, in between hop off Winokur's heel, right to shortstop Houston, but no play. Goldsmith reaches, infield single. Brad and Winokur, long and rangy, saw that ball was going to take a difficult hop. He stabbed out for it, and he couldn't grab it. And a 1-out base runner for the Nuts.
Well, if Lansing's going to get back into this game, and there is a long way to go, but a long way to climb, they need more at-bats like that. Great stuff from Gunnar Goldsmith, battling up there.
You said it. Here's C.J. Patero. Lefty to lefty, 7-0 Colonels. Pitch on its way. A little nubber up the first base side, but it hit the grass and it veered foul. 0-1. Adam, have you seen who CJ is on the big video board?
Hello there.
CJ is Obi-Wan.
Oh boy, he looks like he's got the high ground up there, doesn't he?
Sure does. It looks from that image like we're looking up at him. Which, in a way, up there on the video board, high above Home Run Hill, we are. Looming over the left fielder, Briseña. 1-on-1 gone. Throw over to first base, Goldsmith back in. Thomason just checked. Lob it back.
Ewan McGregor, great actor.
And then he aged into Sir Alec Guinness.
Yep.
Great actor. 0-1. High bouncer, foul up the right side.
He didn't have as much aura as Mr. McGregor for me.
I mean, we can agree to disagree. I'm just a Sir Alec fan. But from what I've heard, not a fan of the franchise. Didn't like that he got involved in it. It's an 0-2 from Horn. Down and away, smothered by Hernandez. That is what Hernandez's calling card is his great defensive ability. You know, I've heard that Sir Alec was asked about appearing in Star Wars, and there would be all sorts of different dismissive quotes. I don't think Ewan has felt the same way.
Exactly. That's going to deduct some points for me.
But that's your guy. That's your favorite character. Here's the 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Paint at 94. And CJ Patero arguing the ball's off the corner. Patero, one of the better batting eyes on the team. Third strikeout for Horn.
Well, he had a point. That one was tight. But that's just kind of how things are going tonight for Lansing.
Ben Newton squares, shows bunt, and fouls it at the plate. Strike 1. Ben Newton's R2-D2 on the big video board. Which, you know, stands to reason. R2-D2. A lot of different skills, capabilities, utilities. And here's Ben Newton, who can play all over the field. And today he's starting a catcher. First time that the Lugs have started a catcher in the series, not named Carlos Franco. Horn over to first, Goldsmith back in.
Anakin's first love, I think.
R2-D2?
Yeah.
Not C-3PO? He did build C-3PO.
Yeah, but he just didn't love him like he loved R2.
Lefty to righty. Goldsmith takes off. Pitches down and in. Throw down by Hernandez. One hops in late. Goldsmith has the steal. Gunner's 6th swipe of the year in a scoring position with 2 outs in the home second. And Lansing down by 7. Ben Newton earlier in this series celebrated his 24th birthday. Switch hitter batting right, waiting. The pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. What do you think the relationship was like for R2 and C-3PO?
I think it was good.
It's a break even. Newton swings and misses, strike 2. Rodney Green Jr. is on deck, the number 9 hitter. But if you've paid attention to the Lugnuts this year, you know what a dangerous 9 hitter he is, leading the team in homers. Can Newton extend this inning? The pitch. A slow chopper left to the mound, knocked down by Horn. Fakes a throw to first, turns around, and sees he's got no play anywhere. Infield single for Newton. And Rodney Green Jr. is coming up with runners at the corners. The ball has not left the infield here in this home second. Nankill a ground out. Goldsmith the infield single to third. Patero strikes out. Newton the infield single to the pitcher. Goldsmith away from third. Newton from first. The pitch. Green takes ball 1. Down and away. What a chance for Lansing to edge back out of the game, down 7-0. And the set by Horn. A ball 1 offering to Rodney Green Jr. Ball 2 outside. Now Green's been in a funk. Yesterday had the day off to clear his mind. He's 1 for 13 of the series with 7 strikeouts. And the catcher Hernandez goes out for a chat with Mr. Horn.
It's been his 2nd straight week that he's not quite had it. But, you know, even without having it, he was still able to go deep last week in Great Lakes. They would love something like that right here to get them back in this game. Kick the field goal, and there's still a long way to go here.
Long way. Bottom of the 2nd inning. But already I see that Cedar Rapids is starting to warm up an arm. It is Mitch Miller, the 6'4" right-hander, who's starting to get himself loose. No throwing yet, but he's doing all the right calisthenics just in case his services are needed. This is a 2-0. Green takes ball 3, down again. He's getting a breaking diet from Garrett Horn, and it's breaking out of the zone. It is 3-0 on Green. And if Horn misses again, the bases will be loaded for Carlos Pacheco. The pitch. That missed for ball 4. Breaking ball low. bases loaded. And with that, a visit to the mound by the pitching coach, Eric Julio.
Well, the spark plug all week long has been this guy. He's been finding ways aboard. And again, Lansing really needs some hope. They need some rejuvenation right now, and Carlos Pacheco could be that guy.
Hope is the thing that rebellions are built on, you know.
I have heard that.
Eric Julio with an arm around the shoulders of his catcher Hernandez and the pitcher Horn. Carlos Pacheco's image up there is Luke Skywalker. Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker. There he is, green lightsaber in hand. Cyborg right hand. A Jedi like his father before him. 5'10" Carlos Pacheco out of Miranda, Venezuela, takes ball one. A fastball overthrown. Goldsmith at third. Newton at second. Green at first. And Green is the speediest of the three. Down 7-0 with 2 outs in the home second. The windup. The pitch from Horn. Hooked it in. First strike called. Pacheco struck out on 3 pitches his first time. Feet spread wide. 1-1. Fouled back. Off to the right side. And it's 1-2.
We got Yoda on the uniform, or is that Grogu?
It's Grogu.
The little dude.
Because the players are the Mandalorian, and they're carrying Grogu around with them wherever they go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pacheco could use the force right here. 1-2 pitch. Up and in, nearly hit him. It did hit him. Or did it hit the bat? Let's see. It hit the bat. It's a foul tip. It's a strikeout. Rules Xander Huddleston, and the inning is over. Javier Godard gets Huddleston to check in with the bases umpire Ashworth. And here comes the conference as we determine, will the inning end or will it continue? Foul tip, strike 3. The umpires agree, and we go to the third. Lansing strands the bases loaded. 7-0 Cedar Rapids. Shatsu Chun continues into the top of the third inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Cedar Rapids leading Lansing 7-0. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler now joined by the Athletics Director of Player Development, Ed Sprague. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
Checking in, seeing how the high A affiliate's doing.
Yeah, making the rounds, kind of checking the boys here, and, looks like I picked the right week to get some good weather.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did. Veteran move. You're not coming to the Midwest League in April or May.
No, I start eyeballing mid-May to early June is when I start to. I've learned from experience.
Danny De Andrade is the batter for Cedar Rapids. 8-9-1, De Andrade, Hernandez, Houston. The first pitch is outside for a ball. What is the state of the A's minor leagues right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the big league team is having a good year so far. I think we've had some injuries that have affected us, but that's the ultimate thing that matters. Vegas is playing well, Midland's playing well. We've had some injuries at the major league level that has given some guys some opportunity in AAA, and some guys have filtered up to get called up.
Fly ball deep left field. Back it goes. It's gone onto home run hill. De Andrade goes yard, and it's 8-0 Cedar Rapids.
But, for the most part, guys are playing okay. Like I said, the lower levels have struggled with the win-loss records. But, guys have moved quickly through this rebuilding period in Oakland, and now it's that team is ready to rock and roll towards the future. So, opportunities are going to be a little bit smaller in between, so guys are going to have to earn their stripes a little bit.
I was looking at last night's A's game, and you've got 8 position players who've made their way up through the org. You had a couple of pitchers, and I'm leaving some guys out. Shea Langoliers is traded for, but develops in the minor leagues. Strike called to Luis Hernandez, and among the pitchers, there's Gage Jump, there's Hogan Harris, but then there's Mason Barnett traded for and developed within the organization. it's a homegrown unit that goes out there and beats the Rockies yesterday.
For the most part, it is, yeah. I mean, I think the last few years, the scouting department has done a good job of giving us some really good players, and our coaching staffs, worked really hard to get them, ready to play for the major leagues.
Luis Hernandez, the catcher, fouls it back. 1-2 against Shaw. Action resumes in the Lansing pen. Have you talked to Eric Kubota about Nick Kurtz, Jacob Wilson, Jamie Arnold? This is quite the run of first-rounders.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, Eric's up to like 118. We were talking about that the other day. Someone that we had drafted and then got traded.
Line drive, base hit into center field. Hernandez is on. Pacheco gets it in.
I think he got called up with the Giants the other day, so we went up to like 118. I'm like, where are you at in this scouting director system? Because he's got to be the leader, giving his longtime tenure of getting guys in the big leagues.
You first joined the A's in 2016. Do you remember the first player that you worked with to make the major leagues?
With Ryan Healy.
Yeah. Well, how many of your Pacific Tigers made it?
Not too many. A couple. I mean, current Colorado Rocky Brett Sullivan is with the Rockies right now.
Merrick Houston, top of the order. The shortstop has doubled and singled and scored 2 runs. It's 8-0 Cedar Rapids in the top of the 3rd inning. Runner at first, nobody out. 0-1. It stays outside. Joined by the A's Director of Player Development, Ed Sprague. When you come into town and check on an affiliate, what do you like to accomplish over the course of this week?
It varies from team to team. Generally how long I'm going to be in town. I like to stand back. I don't want to come in here and start putting my hands on players. I talk to the coaching staff quite a bit. Of course, I'm in contact with the coaches and managers, pretty much on a daily basis. So I just like to watch, see how guys are interacting, what kind of at-bats they're having, how they're controlling the strike zone. I watch the pitchers, where they look at. Just kind of take a mental note of, because moves are going to be made, down the stretch, and I want to see what it looks like in person in terms of the competitiveness. But, I'm watching 5 games every night back home.
It's a 1-2 pitch to Houston, and it stays outside. Javier Godard's a player within the organization, signed as an international free agent. He was a teenager. At what point did you say, he's coach material?
I think, I was Lip's assistant, Keith Lippman, our former director of player development, when that transition happened. It doesn't happen too often. I had a similar situation with Cooper Goldby, I think, who was here a year ago, basically.
Such a good guy.
Yeah, he was in the players' locker room one day in spring training, and the next day he was in the coaches' meeting. So it can happen quick, and in Javi's case, he was in short season Vermont and then transferred to Arizona to become a coach.
3-2 is tapped foul. You have Ron Whitmire, who played in the A's organization. You've got Luis Baez, played in the A's organization. There's Javier Godard, played in the A's organization. And then you've got the youngster in charge of the pitching in Levi Kelly. It's guys who understand the way that the A's go about business.
Yeah, we have a lot of stability. Excuse me. Guys have been around a long time, and then some new faces with Levi.
Houston scorches another base hit into center field. Here's Pacheco's throw in. Hernandez stops at second. And this top of the 3rd inning has gone home run, single, single. Eduardo Taid is coming up. But first, here is the aforementioned Javier Godard out to the mound. And we'll see a pitching change for Lansing right here in the top of the 3rd inning. Colonels leading 8-0. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler joined by the Director of Player Development, Ed Sprague. We talked about what you've seen over the course of this week, and you said with the injuries, guys are given opportunities. During this series, as Sean makes his exit and the call goes to the pen, and the new man checking in for Lansing is the right-hander Ryan Brown, the big Star Wars fan on Star Wars night. Parenthetically, what are your thoughts on Star Wars?
Oh, I'm a big Star Wars fan, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, our family's big Star Wars people, for sure, yeah.
Thoughts on the uniform?
No, I love it. Yeah, I love the peanuts last night, too, so it's always, I came here on Sandlot night last year and got to hang out with Squints in one of the suites, like the 7th inning on, so that was fun.
If I remember, that was one of Leo DeVries' best games of the year.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, because I drove him to the airport right after that series.
You saw that and you said, all right, AA for you. Ryan Brown, the Oregon State Beaver, coming in. 4-2 record with a 6.41 ERA, 17th relief appearance, only 3 walks and 11 strikeouts in 19 2/3 innings. It's a Jay Trucks & Associates pitching change. Jay Trucks & Associates, Michigan's lawyers for the injured. By the way, Ed, every time there's a pitching change, we've got a tradition here. We go to the fishbowl.
Okay.
We pull out a random question which have been filled up by folks all around the Midwest League. Here, pull any out.
Okay.
All right, let's see. What did you get?
It says, who is the GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Well,
I'm going to go with Jordan.
yeah.
You know, because that was the era where I was an athlete and he was an athlete. And matter of fact, we were playing the White Sox the night he retired.
Wow.
And there was buzz in the locker room like Jordan's retiring because he was at the game. He was in a Reisendorf suite that night. So it was kind of a weird situation.
And you were right there.
Well, I mean, I was on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
And I played against Michael when he was in spring training, you know, when he decided to switch to baseball.
Ryan Brown to Eduardo Tait. Swing and a miss, strike one. What was that like?
Well, he was probably the first guy that brought swag to the cleat game. You know, I mean, having him slide into third, and I'm like, he basically had his basketball shoe made into a cleat. So it was like, I think he started the trend of all the swaggy cleats you see out there now.
Tait fouls it away left side, strike two. Colonels have Houston at first and Hernandez at second. They've got one run in here in the top of the third, leading the Lugs 8-0. Tait is 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. Winokur on deck, then Zhao. This is 2, 3, and 4. Against Brown. Now, you mentioned the weather here. And also, entering plate, this is one of the first games that has gone well for the Twins High A affiliate. Lugnuts have won the first 4 games. The pitch is down. Just about what you've seen so far over the course of this homestand. Beginning with the center fielder Pacheco. He comes down from Double-A. He's been terrific.
Yeah, you know, he's a guy we gave a lot of money to out of the Dominican Republic, and you know, had struggled a little bit at the lower levels, been up and down from Arizona to Stockton, and got an opportunity because we had some injuries and a need in Double-A. And as we were talking about earlier in the dugout, sometimes those young guys, they get to the older players and they start to see the routine and how these guys go about their business. Sometimes it can really affect how they go about their day, and I think you see a little bit of maturity growing, and I think that's kind of what you're seeing in Pacheco.
Fly ball by Tait out to right, playable for Rodney Green Jr. Backs up, makes the catch at second base. Hernandez tags and advances to third. Houston backs up into first base. One gone. Ryan Magdich, older guy, 26, grad transfer to Missouri to convert to full-time pitching. Was marvelous yesterday, 77 pitches, 7 innings, 9 strikeouts. What did you think of that effort?
It was very impressive. Yeah, he did a really nice job, and you know, threw strikes, filled up the zone. You know, had his command of his sweeper and his changeup. Worked both sides of the plate. You know, being an older guy, you know, those are the kind of things you like to see. You know, and it just puts a voice in your head.
Brandon Winokur beats out a grounder out to the second baseman Gouldsmith, who had a double clutch. Hernandez comes in from third, Houston up to second, and it's 9-0 Colonels.
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago I was in South Bend watching our team, and it was a Saturday night game, and Jack Perkins was out there, and he just carved through 8 innings. And I texted David Force that night. I said, we got to get this guy out of here. I said, that was the best pitching performance I've seen all year. And we sent him to Double-A the next year, and that was kind of put Jack on his path to the big leagues.
There's Adim Zhao. Runner takes off from second, no throw. A steal of third base for Houston. First and third for the Colonels. That's the thing with Leo, with Jack. When you come to town, hey, impress you. Let's see if you can move yourself.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, it works out because of some other thing that happens, but it's always nice to be able to come into town and reward someone who performs well. That's not necessarily why I'm here, but when it works out that way, it's better than working out the other way where you have to send someone down when you're in town.
But it's different when you get to see things happen in person. Who has surprised you this year in the organization?
Oh, it's a good question. You know, I've seen so many games.
Browns 2-0. Zhao takes called strike.
You know, some guys have taken Ryan Lasko has struggled in Double-A, but he has made some advances in his maturity level, and his game in terms of center field play is awesome. I guess and I don't want to say I'm surprised, but JKG is a different player than what we saw last year. You know, we loved him, you know, obviously, and we liked his defense, the contact skill rate was really good, and we asked him to kind of go home and get stronger, learn how to drive the ball.
Strike called on the outside corner. Count is full to Hadim Jow. Joshua Kuroda-Grauer going from this level, and now he's primed to make his major league debut whenever the A's are ready for him.
Yeah, he was, I mean, really good. Obviously, last year we moved him to Double-A, played really well there. Then we traded for Leo. Leo gets there. He's got to make the move to third base, and played fantastic.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Jow down watching, 2 outs.
Played awesome there, and then came back this spring and was really impressive in terms of his body makeup, his physicality, the way the ball came off the bat. And he's still one of the best kids I've ever met in baseball. Just fantastic guy. Reminds me a lot of Marcus Semien in terms of his leadership skills and how personable he is and how nice he is. So he was on the map, but I think this year he's kind of like, obviously being a AAA, he's right there.
Jay Thomason flies the first pitch he sees foul off the left side. Pursued by Sprague-Lott, but that ball's out of play. Joshua Kuroda-Grauer and Tommy White, though White is currently on the injured list, he made a significant jump between last year and this year. Yeah,
again, sometimes, like I said, you never know when the light bulb's going to turn on. Tommy was a very aggressive hitter, swung at everything, and that, I thought that was going to get exposed in Double-A. Didn't quite. Then he got to big league camp, and Darren Bush told him, I want you swinging at 70% of the pitches in the strike zone, and he took that to heart, and that really changed his game.
It's an 0-1 pitch from Brown to Jay Thomason. And that too is fouled away. Devin Taylor was the second rounder last year. He just got promoted up to Double-A. What do you see for his future? What did you think of how he played here in High A?
Really good. I mean, when I saw him right out of the draft last year, there was a good hit skill there. It didn't seem like Indiana home run champ to me when you watch him do his work. Right? It's very methodical. He hits the ball the other way. He doesn't really try to launch balls in BP, but the power's there. There's no doubt about that. And he kind of continued that, his ability to control the strike zone, and that's usually a skill that guys acquire later on, and he seems to have that skill set. And I think he didn't hit for a ton of power here, but I think that the home runs will come down the road.
The wild stat with him that nobody has seen more balls outside the zone than him in minor league baseball. That too is fouled away left side. Joined by the Director of Player Development for the A's, Ed Sprague. Taylor spent quite a bit here. Jay Dill was here for 3 innings. Zooms up.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a power arm. You look at age and need, and sometimes you just got to roll at the time.
Brown misses outside. There's Jackson Finley returning from the injury last year with the elbow cleared out. He goes up. It's, for us, it's good to see guys impress, get that call, help out in Double-A, and then see the ladder continue to send guys along. Line drive out to left field. It's sinking quick over the third baseman, Sprague-Lott. Base hit. It is left fielder Nankill who plays it in. Houston scores. Winokur up to second on the RBI single by Thomason. And it's 10-0 Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, everybody's at a different little area in their development, based on their age, their position, their skill set. Are you a starter, your reliever? If you're a power arm out of the pen, you have a chance to kind of move quickly, especially if you're an older college guy. If you're a younger high school guy, we're going to take our time with you and get your innings, build you as a starter. In the case of like an Echeverria, he returns here for his second year.
Here's Yasser Mercedes, 2 on, 2 out, and he takes a called strike. Here's a question from Adam, my broadcast partner. He said, AAA Las Vegas wins the PCL title. Last year, Midland, a game away from winning the Texas League title. When are we going to see Lansing competing for Midwest League Championship? High fly ball left field. Fair or foul? It is foul. Oh, fair ball. Home plate umpire Xander Huddleston signaled out to the right, says fair ball, and here comes Javier Godard. And they all want a meeting with Mr. Huddleston right now. 3-run homer, Yasser Mercedes for the moment. Javi pleading his case. Right down the left field line. And there's all the disagreement on one side. There's Huddleston's view on the other side. And Yasser Mercedes has his 4th home run of the year.
play on that or no?
No, sir. 13-0 Cedar Rapids.
Well, Javi had a pretty good look right sitting on the line right there.
Right. First base side dugout directly down the line. And Jared Sprague-Lott at third base reacted the same way. Miguel Briseño takes high.
Well, to answer your question, we need to get the ball down if we want to compete for a championship.
Coming to a close here in the first half. Second half will begin next week. Briseño swings and misses. It's been one of those things where since the Lugnuts affiliated with the A's in 2021, we've seen AA, AAA, annually Midland and Las Vegas compete for their league title, head into the postseason.
Well, I mean, I think you see at the AAA level, we sign obviously a lot of 6-year free agents at that level to support the big league team.
Briseño swings and misses, strikes him out, side retire.
And then you have the prospects that, sometimes, depending on where they're at, they'll move quickly to AA.
Will you stay with me to watch the Lugnuts bat in the bottom half?
Sure.
Cedar Rapids puts up 6 runs in the top of the third. Colonels lead the Lugnuts 13-0. Continuing on with the Director of Player Development for the A's, Ed Sprague, as we're 2.5 in from Lansing, Michigan. The bottom of the third inning begins right here. Garrett Horn deals in a called strike to Jared Sprague-Lott. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler joined by the A's Farm Director, Director of Player Development, Ed Sprague. Hey, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Sprague-Lott, the number 2 hitter in the order, swings and skies it out to left center. It's Miguel Briseño who can't find it. Where is it? That ball falls into his glove. He located it at the last second in deep left center, with the center fielder Zhao avoiding him. And there's one gone. Remember that happening to you when you played, where suddenly, where's that ball? Somebody help me out here. There it is, last second.
Yeah, Metrodome quite a bit.
Well, the roof, the ball in the roof.
Yeah.
And then you got to worry about the bounce.
Yeah, that was a tough place to play.
Ali Camarillo steps in. 1 for 1 with a double. 1 out with the bases cleared. 13-0 Cedar Rapids. Played at 6 runs in the top half. Ali opened up this year in Stockton. Gets the call up here to Lansing with Bobby Boser moving up. And before I ask you about Ali, let me ask you about Bobby. But first, Garrett Horn's pitch. That's drilled out to right field. Chased by Mercedes. Over his head. Off the top of the wall and gone. Opposite field, Ali Camarillo. Cardinals 13. Lugnuts 1. 4th home run of the year. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, Ali probably would have started here and Boser would have started in Stockton. And that's kind of how we had it set up. But Ali had a quad strain in spring training that kept him out for a long time. And Boser had a really solid camp. And so it just made more sense to start a little bit in the warmer weather with Ali. And maybe at some point he would join and they'd play together. But then, like I said, we had, with the advancement of KG and Tommy White, they needed infielders, and Bobby had played well.
He's the beneficiary. It works out well for him. We enjoyed having Bobby here. And Ali swinging a great bat right now.
Yeah, no, he's a good hitter. I mean, he gets a little uphill at times. We're trying to flatten him out a little bit. A lot of lazy fly balls. Obviously, that one paid off there. But he's a good defender. We knew that when we got him. He's just got to stay healthy. He's had a few injuries in the start of his career.
Miles Naylor chased it up, strike 2. 1 out with the bases clear, 13-1, Cedar Rapids the lead. I remember hearing that Camarillo got out of the gate so fast last year, then after the injury, he was never quite the same the rest of last year. Back to being himself right now.
Yeah, like I said, it takes a while. He's kind of a wiry, strong guy, and like I said, when he had the setback in spring training with the quad, we just thought maybe a little bit warmer weather in Stockton to go, and then in Boser, when you get hurt, guys kind of jump over you. And I don't think in a perfect world we probably would like to keep Bobby here all year. It's his first year playing, and only a month and a half or 2 months into the season, you jump right to AA. Not that I think he's a really good player. I mean, for 11th rounder out of the SEC, I think he's a great draft for us. I'm surprised that he lasted that long given the skill set that we've seen.
Miles Naylor's at the plate, 2-2 the count. Let's wait on this pitch from the southpaw Garrett Horn. Ball 3 down. What do you think about how this season has gone for Miles compared to the last couple?
Well, it's obviously better. You know, we've challenged him with a few different positions. We moved him to the outfield maybe to just take the pressure off, and hopefully, the bat's got to come alive at some point. And he started better than Stockton this year, so we changed the scenery for him.
He's worked the count full. He takes a walk. Horn misses high.
I hate to keep guys at a level for 3 years. You know, you want them to move around. Sometimes it can become stale, and they need a little different atmosphere, maybe a different voice from a hitting coach or whatever it is, different energy from a team. And I think that's been good for Miles to get up here.
Can you think of a guy who, Lawrence Butler comes to mind for me back in the early, you go back 2021, where he struggled early and then suddenly he blossomed, zoomed up there to the major leagues. Nate Nankill cues it to the second baseman, De Andrade. Looks at second, throws to first, 2 outs. Naylor up to second base. Where you've seen a guy where you bring him back and then suddenly that helps unlock things for him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in Lawrence's situation, the pandemic kind of helped and hurt him a little bit. He missed the season, but at the same time, he was able to change his body type around. He had kind of gotten big and strong, and he realized he wanted to be a little bit lighter and leaner, and I think that really changed his way. He became remember, at some point we were playing him at first base because his defense in the outfield had gotten below average, and now he's become a very good defender in the outfield.
Gunnar Goldsmith steps in. 13-1 Colonels. I can't let you leave without asking you about Gage Jump. Did you realize he would be this good?
I think we did. I think the stuff was so electric. I think it was a matter of, is he going to be able to throw enough strikes to be able to get to the other stuff? That was the biggest thing. Is he's got the different look. He's got the upshoot fastball, top of the zone, can be challenging, especially AAA with the ABS system. And is he going to be able to get ahead of enough guys to put him away? And I think that was the biggest question with him. And so it was just a maturity level, and he was able to iron a few things out mechanically, figure out his arsenal, not complicate it too much, and figure out how he was going to attack hitters. But he's a competitive kid. There's no doubt we thought he was going to be a big leaguer, and we'll still see where the impact lies. But obviously the way he's pitched there so far, it looks like he's going to may end up being a further rotation type of pitcher.
He goes up to the majors. Wei-Yin Lin moves up from AA to AAA. How good can Lin be?
Well, he just got hurt tonight, so unfortunately,
well,
he had to come out in the first inning tonight with an elbow. So we'll see where that lies. But no, Lin can be fantastic. He's young. I think he's going to continue to throw even harder. He throws strikes. He fills it up the zone, and he has a couple different breaking pitches along with his changeup.
3-1. Just missed. Gunnar Goldsmith draws the 5-pitch walk. 2 lug nuts on, 2 outs for C.J. Patero. Lynn scheduled to start tonight. The injury. Jamie Arnold starting today for AA. How do you like his progress?
Yeah, it's been good. I think Jamie the first month and a half was learning the pro game. Right, he didn't pitch at all last year after being drafted. So his first go around is right in AA, which is obviously the most challenging part. And I think just getting used to going every 5th or 6th day, the preparation in between starts, how the body recovers. It's just different than college.
Call to the pen. Garrett Horn is done at 2 2/3 innings. He departs with 2 runners on, add 2 outs. C.J. Patero coming up, add a new Colonel pitcher coming in. You won 2 College World Series titles at Stanford. I've asked you a lot about the A's. How much attention do you pay to what's going on in Omaha this time of year?
Not as much as if Stanford would be there. I can be honest with you.
Yes.
But no, you pay a little bit of attention. Obviously, some of the players in that, we're going to see them come draft day, right? And so you're going to get those last little looks at certain guys that are on your board that are playing this time of year to maybe get an early sense of who they are. But my job is to watch so many games a day that I have a really hard time watching anything else. We have a bunch of Giants fans back home. They're always asking about the Giants. I'm like, do you realize I watch, 5 games, 4 minor league games, and the A's game? I don't have time to think about what the Giants are doing.
It's so much baseball. With the draft coming up, Do you drop Eric Kubota a line and say, hey, we could use a couple of catchers?
So I'm in on the draft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I sit there. I don't have a ton of input until, well, it's now day 2. It used to be day 3 when, when we don't draft for need until really maybe the 13th or 14th round on. Then we're starting to look at, hey, Eric will say, what do we need? And I might say we need a catcher, an infield, or outfield, or left-handed pitcher, or something like that. So, but yeah, the first, at least the first 10 rounds are always based on best available.
What was that feeling in the draft room when you landed Nick Kurtz 4th overall?
Well, he was number 1 on our board the whole way, so we were quite sure that he would get to us, and we certainly are happy he was.
Oh, what a monster. Mitch Miller is the new man in. He's making his high A debut here with Cedar Rapids. A man from Brookfield, Wisconsin, an undrafted free agent out of Utah Valley. Deals to C.J. Patero. The pitch, that's lifted down the left side, but foul. Is Pitter here in the ballpark this weekend?
He was supposed to be. His flight got canceled yesterday, and he was bringing his dad, so C.J.'s grandfather was going to be able to see him play. So I was looking forward to see Pitt, but I guess I'll see him at the draft.
C.J. had the walk-off earlier this week. Miller's offering. Patero takes a ball outside. This bottom of the 3rd inning. After a Sprague lot flyout, Ali Camarillo homers out to right. Naylor walks, Nanko grounded out. Goldsmith walks. That spelled the end for the southpaw horn. And now Mitch Miller with a 12-run lead to his back against C.J. Patero. The 1-1. Punched on the ground towards short. Backhand Houston. Plants over to first with a feather. And the side is retired. The inning is over. Ed, I really appreciate you taking the time on this trip in.
Anytime, Jesse.
The Director of Player Development for the Athletics, Ed Sprague. Onward to the 4th inning. It's the Colonels 13, the Lugnuts 1. We go to the 4th inning. The Lansing Lugnuts down to Cedar Rapids. 13-1. Ryan Brown continues for the Lugs. He takes on first Danny De Andrade, and then Luis Hernandez and Merrick Houston. 8-9-1. And here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Rejoined by Adam Jackson, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Big thanks to Ed Sprague, the Ace Director of Player Development, for offering his insights throughout that 3rd inning. The 1-0, swing and a miss. And also the great story about being there with Michael Jordan first when Jordan announced his retirement, and there was Ed on the field, and there was Jordan in the box, and then getting to face Jordan in spring training. See Adam Fishbowl. The 1-1 is elevated out to right field. Rodney Green Jr.'s at the wall. It's gone over the Wrigley Ivy, bouncing out beyond Larch Street. Danny De Andrade hits another Colonel's home run. He joins Eduardo Tait and Hadim Zhao and, oh, by the way, himself. De Andrade homered in the 3rd inning. He homers here in the 4th inning, and it's 14-1. Danny De Andrade now 6 home runs this season. And here's Luis Hernandez. On the pitch, missed inside, ball 1.
Are we watching F5, Empire Strikes Back tonight?
Sure seems like it. Ball 1 offering for Brown. Bouncer up the 3rd base side. Sprague lot behind the bag, but it's foul. The play at first was fun. Strike 1. Is Empire Strikes Back the best Star Wars movie?
You know, I'd say no. I loved Revenge of the Sith. Now, that's generational.
It is generational.
But, man, I love Revenge of the Sith. As hard as it is to watch that ending, that was a massive turning point into what is the plot of Star Wars, which is Anakin is Darth Vader.
I think you know with me, I'm not about the movies as much as I am about the moments. And that you can go into any of the movies or TV shows and just find moments that are epic that are so much fun. Luis Hernandez is 2 for 2 singles. The pitch takes it low.
Like Duel of the Fates.
Exactly. Such a good moment. So my son, age 6, is listening to Star Wars stories. 2-1 pitch. Stays outside, ball 3. And he'll listen to a great Star Wars story. For example, the escape by the rebels from the ice planet Hoth, as here come all the Imperial walkers. The 3-1, swing and a foul at the plate. And then he'll turn to me and he'll say, hey, can we watch that scene? And then we'll watch the scene. Here they all come walking in. And Luke leading the speeders around to figure out what they can do with all the armor. And then it's time to get off the planet for Luke to go meet Yoda. Shot to the right side, base hit. Hernandez is 3 for 3. Rodney Green Jr. scoops, throws, single number 3 for Luis Hernandez. Most recently, what we watched together, Adam, was from Return of the Jedi. He wanted to see that moment when the Ewoks turned the tide.
Those little furry bears, dude. Love them.
They're named Ewoks because it's just Wookiee reversed, right?
Yes.
Merrick Houston lines a base hit into left field. Nate Nankill called upon to get it in. Hernandez checks into second. And Merrick Houston has a base hit in each of the first 4 innings. Double in the first, scored a run. Single in the second, scored a run. Single in the third, stole a base, scored a run. And he singled here in the 4th inning. And Cedar Rapids is up to 18 hits in the game.
Yeah, we get it. You guys were frustrated. You guys, you've proved your point here. My goodness.
Oh, they're not done. Here's Eduardo Tait. He flies the first pitch out to center. Pacheco had a poor read. This ball is dropping. Caught by Green as Pacheco slides to a stop. A tag at second, a rush to third. The tag is down. Late by Sprague Lott. Hernandez is safe. Draws the ire of the crowd, but Hernandez got his feet in there. All the while in center field, Rodney Green Jr. bails out Carlos Pacheco. Pacheco saw a full swing from Tait, started back, and his foot slipped. And Green, who played center field until Pacheco showed up, quickly rushed over to salvage the situation and corral the out. 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. Here's Brandon Winokur. The pitch, swinging a foul at the plate. Well, coming up, Dawson. Dawson, what do you say that you join the broadcast? Why not in the bottom half of this inning? Why not rush into it? Gonna talk some 517 elite Adam. 0-1. A ground ball hit to shortstop, and it was dropped by Camarillo. Picks it up, feeds second, turned to first. It's still in time. Oh, Ali Camarillo. If at first you don't succeed, just pick it up and do what you wanted to do all along. 6, 4, 3, side retired. Dawson's coming right up. 1 run on the home run by De Andrade. This time Houston does not score. Through 3.5, 14-1 Colonels. Going to the bottom half of the 4th inning, it's 14-1 Cedar Rapids. They've scored in each inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 6 in the third, and 1 in the 4th inning. And they've homered in each of the innings. Danny De Andrade has gone yard twice. Hadim Zhao, Eduardo Tait. Right-handed reliever Mitch Miller took over for Garrett Horn in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And he continues on. He deals to Ben Newton. And I'm joined by a special guest. Newton takes a called strike. That's right. I'm joined by Lansing Lugnuts ticket account executive, Dawson Campbell. Dawson, let's push that microphone right up. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today, Jesse?
Good. This pitch is up and in. Second time that you're joining me this year. And any time that you take Adam's seat,
Yes.
it's because there is something important to discuss.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
So I've got this that I want to talk with you all about. The 1-1 misses outside. Let's talk about our 517 Elite away game trip.
Yes, the away game trip is sooner than we think. I have the RSVP list out as we speak. on August 30th, Sunday, August 30th to be specific, we are bussing out our 517 Elite members, if you RSVP, over to Great Lakes over at the Dow Diamond, and we're going to enjoy a game watching our Lugnuts taking on the Loons.
It's so funny that you said that. Here comes the 2-2 from Miller. Line drive, right field, base hit Benny Newton. Mercedes picks it up, fires it in, leadoff single for Lansing. One of the great ways to troll Great Lakes, we love Great Lakes, we have fun with Great Lakes, is to say the Dow Diamond.
The Dow Diamond.
And they'll say, no, it's just Dow Diamond. Oh, we're coming to the Dow Diamond on August the 30th. So, RSVP.
Yes, yes. I sent out an email to all of our 517 Elite members. If you did not receive that email, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'd be happy to get you guys on the RSVP list so we can get a bunch of our Lugnut fans out there so we can take over Dow Diamond.
Rodney Green Jr. takes a called strike. Walked his first time. Yeah. Midland takeover.
Yes.
Sounds great. It's not a long trip. It's only about an hour, 20 minutes. 0-1. Fouled away. 14-1 Colonels, last of the fourth. Nobody at, and Newton at first. This is the number 9 hitter in the Lansing order. Dawson Campbell by my side. So, the Elite come on the away game trip. 0-2 pitch misses low. Lugnuts, Great Lakes Loons. Is there a deadline for the RSVP?
Yes, yes, yes. I am taking RSVPs. I want to make sure everyone has ample time, so I'm going to probably set it for the end of July. I'm going to have a set date, but it's for sure going to be that last week in July.
And I believe that there's an incentive. Green takes a ball high.
Yes.
What is this about enjoying a night in a suite?
Yes, yes. So we are going to be running a renewal campaign once our renewals start August 1st. We are going to, if you renewed in a certain time period, first 2 weeks of the month of August.
Strike 3 called outside corner. Green down watching. One away. Back to you.
You will be able to enjoy a game from the suite if you renew your package for the next season. So in those first 2 weeks of August, and we'll have 2 separate August dates for this season where you can enjoy a night in the suite with your fellow 517 crew.
That sounds great. Sounds great. We're into summer now.
Yes.
It is Saturday the 13th. Carlos Pacheco grounds to shortstop. Houston knocks it down, underhands to second, in time. Newton beaten to the bag, 6-4, 2 outs, and Pacheco takes his spot at first base. Jared Sprague-Lott is coming up. All right, let's talk about our group seating bowl options.
Yes, yes. I really wanted to give a huge shout out to our marketing squad to start. This season has been awesome. Our promotions have been amazing. And honestly, it just makes it so much easier for people to come into the ballpark, everything they have done this year. And I just wanted to shout out our group options.
Jared Sprague-Lott drills it, center field. It is on its way out of here. Sprague-Lott with a tank to the left of the batter's eye. Cedar Rapids 14, Lansing 3. It's a football score up in here. Second home run of the year for Sprague-Lott. 2-run homer, 420 feet over the Miller Lite sign. You had said earlier today that you were going to shout out marketing.
Yes.
So, A, Terry Allipert. A, Kayla Cornelson. A, Ellie Johnson.
Yeah, shout out those 3. They make this ballpark what it is. Like it's super easy to make our season ticket holders, our groups, just make it feel like a part of a community and part of a family, and they have done an amazing job with that. I'm super happy, and that's why I want to talk about group options because of all the promotions we have coming up.
Yeah.
I know later on, next homestand, we'll have our Marvel Superhero Night with all of the Marvel characters out and about having a good time. And yeah, as I said, I just really wanted to shout out our group line. If you're ever interested in coming out with a group of 10 or more, feel free to give our group line a call at 517-485-4500.
Dawson, Ali Camarillo just grounded out to second. That ends the 4th inning. Stay on with me for this top of the 5th, okay? Stay on with me. Let's go to the top of the 5th inning. Cedar Rapids leading 14-3 following the Sprague-Lott 2-run blast. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, ticket account executive Dawson Campbell. Let's go to the 5th inning. Cedar Rapids is up 14-3. Hadim Zhao against Ryan Brown. Zhao already with a home run today, takes a ball outside. Dawson, you were starting to hustle, and I thought, no, we don't need to hustle. We can take our time with this because we're talking about if you're looking to book a group outing here at Jackson Field, what folks should do and why they should book a group outing. Chow
Yes.
takes the ball inside.
Yes. So yeah, so for group sales or just group outings in general, it's always good to just look through our schedule. And even if you have any questions, like I said before on the last part of the last inning, our group line at 517-485-4500. If you have any questions or anything like that when it comes to group outings or even promotions in general, you can always give that number a call and we'll be happy to help you out.
And Chow fouls it off down the right side. 2 balls and a strike. On the center fielder today for the Colonels, Joe Thomas and Mercedes here in the top of the 5th inning. Cedar Rapids has 19 hits. 19 hits and 14 runs in the first 4 innings. What is this, the Pacific Coast League? There's the pitch. Joe takes a ball inside. Well, if you come here to Jackson Field, you might see fireworks. You might see big-time offense. You don't know who you might see it from, but we've seen a ton of home runs. We've seen 4 homers from the Colonels and 2 from the Lugs. The 3-1 is bounced up the left side, but foul. 3-2. And you were talking about all the promotions that we've still got to come here.
Yes. I know we got Marvel Superhero Night coming up here soon. Later in the season, we'll have a Harry Potter night with a special giveaway.
That's
as well.
Adam's night.
Yes. I see Adam getting excited over there. But yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff coming here. I'm really personally excited for...
Line drive base at left field, 20th hit for the Colonels. Nate Nankill tosses it in and holds Zhao to a leadoff single. Throw goes all the way to first base. Hadim Zhao is 3 for 4 today, 2 singles and a homer.
Yeah, I'm really excited because we're going to be doing a Carlos Beltran jersey giveaway here in the next couple of months. I'm really excited for that because, as we know, he is a really famous lug nut, one of the most famous ever, and we're super excited to honor him because, yeah, he just recently got in the Hall of Fame. Is that correct?
He is getting inducted into
yes.
Cooperstown this summer
Yes.
in July. And he was in the very first lug nuts starting lineup back in '96. Jay Thomason takes a ball low. I mean, celebrating the Lugnuts' 30th year, 30th baseball season here at Lansing, Michigan. 96, the first year. Here we are in 2026. And to have a guy from that very first team going to Cooperstown,
Right?
let's celebrate. And the folks love a good giveaway. Thomason fouls it back, strike 1. I mean, the folks who lined up here last night for the
Yes.
Snoopy bobblehead.
It was awesome. It was awesome to see all these people in the ballpark. They made it super electric. It was just awesome to really see it from the concourse.
And we've got more bobbleheads to go.
Yes.
But next homestand, you've got the 250th celebration on June 26th because, you know, we'll be on the road on July the 4th, so Boom Bowl will be here.
Yes.
1-1. Lined out to right center field. That gets down for a base hit. 21st hit for the Colonels. Zhao stops at second. Jay Thomason is 4 for 4. I mean, we could see some history tonight. That's the way that we're going. Cedar Rapids has reserved all of its offense for Saturday night. I mean, we've seen some hitting from the Colonels, but they were 0-4 here in Lansing, and now today they're up 14-3, and they're not done. No, but just looking ahead, as you said, the Marvel Superheroes Night coming up on June 27th, and then into July, as here's a foul back by Yasser Mercedes. I'm looking at July. You've got the Lugnuts 30th anniversary celebration, the Beltran jersey giveaway on July 18th. Lugnuts Gone Country Night with the Cowboy Hat giveaway on July 23rd. Christmas in July, the Lugnut Nutcracker giveaway. Luggy the Nutcracker. Line drive center field, hanging up for Pacheco to make the catch. One away, runners return. I see that Backyard Baseball Night with a Pablo Sanchez hat giveaway is in August the 7th. And then on Harry Potter Night, how about a Leo DeVries
Right.
bobblehead giveaway on Harry
I'm
Potter Night?
so excited for that. That is going to be so much fun. Really excited about the Backyard Baseball Night as well. I love playing that game as a kid. So just seeing that into fruition in the baseball park, it's awesome.
And Pablo Sanchez, the GOAT. Miguel Briseño takes a called strike.
He's a first-round pick every single time.
Yes, he is. Quick story about Miguel Briseño. Earlier this year, he wore number 1. Well, he was moved up to Double-A. He came back. Jay Thomason's wearing number 1. He can't wear number 1. 0-1 pitch. Drilled. Left field. Back it goes. Home run, Miguel Briseño. 3-run shot. 17-3 Cedar Rapids. Home runs in each of the first 5 innings. Couldn't wear number 1 when he returned to town, so he wore number 11. And number 11 takes his 4th round trip tour of the year for the Colonels. Showing off their pop. 22 hits tonight. Good heavens.
My goodness.
Well, here comes Danny DeAndrade, and all he's done is homer twice today. So, yeah, as you were talking about, Dustin, just me looking over this promotional calendar, I'm going, this looks great for the rest of the year. August the 20th, how about a Lugnuts football jersey giveaway? DeAndrade strokes it fair up the left side, inside the bag and beyond the diving sprague lot, air to the Colonel's pen. DeAndrade cruises in with a double. 23 hits.
I'm really excited for that one as well, just because I really like the Nuts tank top, the Nuts basketball jersey we did last year. I really like that one as well.
I still see folks constantly coming in wearing it. There's going to be a Barbie game day on August the 21st, the Sugar Skull bobblehead giveaway on August the 22nd. So, yeah, bring a group out here to the ballpark and call up Dawson at 517-485-4500.
Yes, yes, yes. And also, if I have enough time, I'd love to talk about.
You've got enough time.
Oh. I'd love to talk about a new venue that actually just came about last season. It is called our Airport Lounge, and if you've ever been to Jackson Field, you'll see our Pepsi porch area. It'll have like a little extended part next to it, near our left field foul pole line. You'll see there's if you're here tonight, you'll be seeing people over in there. What it is, it's a food with a ticket option. It comes with actually the Pepsi Porch menu.
Yeah.
And it is $36 a ticket, and it seats 20 to 30 people.
That looks great. Probably tastes great, too.
Oh,
The
yes.
0-2 gets through the catcher Newton, and DeAndrade can coast into third base. Wild pitch, charge to Brown.
And if you
So
actually, sorry.
Does it have a special name? Is this part of the Pepsi Porch?
Yeah, it is called the Airport Lounge.
Oh, the Fly Lansing
The air-
first-class airport lounge. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see it. It's in between the Pepsi Porch and the Chick-fil-A foul pole.
Yes.
Chicken is fair.
Yeah, and if you need any more information on it, we actually just posted pictures and information regarding the Airport Lounge on the LansingLugnuts.com website.
Line drive base hit. Luis Hernandez in the center. Hit number 24. DeAndrade scores. 18-3 Colonels. Luis Hernandez is 4 for 4 after he came into the game 3 for 30. His batting average has turned around in the span of, an hour and 48 minutes. That's how far we are into the game. It's the top of the 5th inning, and Javier Godard is going to make his second pitching change. And you know what that means.
Oh, yes, I do.
Dawson, you get to fishbowl here.
All right.
So first, as you fish, it is my turn to tell you, as the lefty Tucker Novotny comes in, that this is a J. Trucks and Associates pitching change. J. Trucks and Associates, Michigan's lawyers for the injured.
All right.
What is your fishbowl question?
All right, Jesse. What is your favorite dessert?
A lemon Italian ice.
Oh, I like that.
I love Italian ices. Now, I'm a big dessert guy.
Right.
Adam knows. Frozen yogurt, ice cream. I mean, you could probably point to all sorts of different things, and I go, beignet, love that too. Love dessert a little bit too much, but I am a sucker for Italian ice. What about you?
Me personally, it's very weird. It's a very niche thing. Have you ever had the Dairy Queen Blizzard cake?
Oh, no.
Yes, that
Oh.
ice cream cake, that is my favorite dessert. They have this nice little gooey area where there's Oreos and little gooey chocolate.
I can see Adam's stomach rumbling from all the way over here.
Yeah, I got asked what I wanted for my birthday cake to my girlfriend, and I told her that is exactly what I want.
Hey, let's make this happen.
Yes.
When's your birthday?
My birthday just passed, and she did get me that
Happy
ice cream.
belated birthday.
Thank you.
You got the Blizzard ice cream cake.
Yes, I did. I was super excited.
Hey, thanks for fishbowling with me.
Of course, thank you for
Let's go in the opposite direction.
All right.
Is there a dessert that people love that you are not a fan of in the slightest?
I don't know if this counts as a dessert, but I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of fig Newtons.
Oh,
I'm not a big fan. I've never really liked them.
I would call that a snack.
Snack.
And that makes two of us.
Yeah.
I'm not a fig guy.
Yeah, no, me neither. I just
Yeah.
never, every time I eat them, I'm just not.
For me, tiramisu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Anyway, here's Tucker Novotny. Merrick Houston takes the ball high. Shot Suchun started the game, and then Tucker Novotny, and now, or I should say, and then Ryan Brown, and now Novotny. Fly ball, right field. It's shallow, and it falls in for a base hit. Rodney Green Jr. briefly overruns it, picks it up, gets it in. Hernandez into second. Merrick Houston is 5 for 5. It is his 4th single to join a first inning double. And Cedar Rapids has 25 base hits today. What a game for the Colonels. Even when he doesn't catch it right, it's still going right. Tucker Novotny, welcome to the Cedar Rapids party. Colonels lead 18-3. Eduardo Tait chops it on a high bounce to first, grabbed by Patero, underhand to Tucker to the bag. Out number 2. Houston to second, Hernandez to third. Well, Dawson, as perhaps our time is now starting to run short, let's reiterate how folks can get in touch with you. First, RSVP for the 517 Elite away game.
Yes, first for the 517 Elite away game trip, don't hesitate to either shoot me an email at dcampbell@lansinglugnutz.com, or you can give me a call at 517-827-2488. I'd be happy to help you get you on the RSVP list and all that fun stuff. And then for anything,
Pitch got away. In comes Luis Hernandez. Lugnuts were hoping for a play at the plate. It's a run-scoring wild pitch instead. It's 19-3. Hernandez across. Houston to third.
then any group options you're looking at, you'll definitely, when you call that number 517-485-4500, you will get in contact with either me or one of my other fellow sales reps, and one of us would be happy to help you out, get you out here for a group outing.
Brandon Winokur takes the ball outside. It's 2-0. If you connect with Xander, it's all about the vibes.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about
Oh,
the
yeah.
vibes. And yes, book a group outing. 517-485-4500. Great games coming up. The pitch, a ground ball on the left side. Shortstop Camarillo, backhand, fire. The stretch, and Patero couldn't come up with it. Winokur is on. Houston crosses. 20-3. Error charged to the shortstop, Ali Camarillo. That's a couple of times today that Brandon Winokur has been ruled by the official score to reach on an error. The first one was in the third inning, E4 on Gunnar Goldsmith. If both of those errors were reversed, Cedar Rapids would have 27 hits. As it is, they only have 25, and they have 20 runs. They have scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 6 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 6 more here in the fifth inning. Tucker Novotny with 2 outs to Hadim Zhao. Bouncer pulled foul left side. Hey Dawson, thank you so much for joining me. I'm not dismissing you. I'm just saying.
Oh, of course, I appreciate you having me. Every time I come up here, it's super fun. I love having conversations with you. It's always a good time.
I agree. I very much agree. Dawson Campbell, our ticket account executive, talking about the 517 Club Elite. This pitch from Tucker Novotny to Hadim Zhao. Hadim Zhao, the center fielder, is 3 for 4. He has 2 singles and a 3-run homer. Novotny deals. Swing and a miss. And Tucker Novotny fastball at 92. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is a lovely night here in Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah, beautiful night, beautiful sunset over.
Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Side retired. And now I can officially say I really appreciate you.
I say thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate coming up here. I hope I can come up here one more time this season.
Yes.
And yes, I say I look forward to seeing you later.
D. Campbell at LansingLugnuts.com. Halfway to the house. Go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 20-3 Colonels. In the last of the fourth inning, Jared Sprague-Lott crushed a 2-run homer off of Mitch Miller. Lansing Lugnuts trail 20-3 because, you know, the Colonels just answered back with 6 runs in the top of the 5th. It's Brian Zeldin who takes over for the Colonels with a 17-run lead. Deals to Miles Naylor, up and in, ball 1. Jesse Goldberg Strasser. Adam Jackson by my side. Adam, your chair has been a popular place.
Hey, man. I get it.
Miles Naylor waits. Ball 1 offering. Strike called on the outside corner. Garrett Horn, Mitch Miller, Brian Zeldin. A 1-1. Swing and a miss. He chased it outside. This is when we're going to play our mystery list. So, are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
Pitcher's pitch first from Zeldin. Naylor fouls it away. And once again, the new rule that I made on the mystery list is let me get at least 3 of the items out of the way. And then Adam can start to guess. That way it gives you a chance to guess too what everything has in common. The first item on the mystery list is Indiana Jones. There's the pitch. Naylor takes a ball down and away, 2-2. Next we have Nick Fury. Yeah, the Marvel character. Samuel L. Eye patch and all. Nick Fury from the comics. Third, we have Tom Parker. 2-2. A high bouncer off the plate. Right side, second baseman De Andrade to first in time. Nicely done, Danny De Andrade. 1 away. All right, Adam, with those 3 out of the way, would you like to hazard a guess?
Roles for Star Wars actors and other things.
No.
Dang it.
And in fact, tonight's Mystery List does not have a thing to do with Star Wars.
Okay.
Mustard. Nate Nankill takes a ball down and away. Sanders.
Colonel.
Yes, there you go. It is the Lugnuts and the Colonels. And I was naming Colonels. Indiana Jones, according to the character, he was a colonel for the U.S. Check swing. Looked like he went around the appeal. No, he did not. And if you continue right on through, Nick Fury's rank was colonel. Tom Parker was Elvis Presley's manager. His nickname was the Colonel. Colonel Mustard and Clue, Colonel Sanders. See, Chris next door, he had that the whole time. Nanko takes a ball. Had that the whole time, Chris. I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan. One of Holmes's enemies was Colonel Moran. 3-0. Strike called in the outside corner. Can you think of any other colonels aside from, you know, those guys in the third base side dugout?
Who's a colonel in Night at the Museum? The American
Oh. Breaking ball called strike 2.
George Custer?
Let's
Is he
see.
a colonel? I thought he was a colonel.
George
Colonel.
Armstrong Custer. What
No,
rank did
he was lower
reach?
rank. General. Oh, he was
Yeah,
general.
USA Major
All right,
General.
I'm an idiot.
Well, payoff. Nankill lasers it center field. That ball is down for a base hit. Beyond the diving Joe. It's rolling. Nate Nankill rolls beyond second. Rumbling for third. Stop sign there. Triple for Nate. And in a 20-3 game, this crowd's got something to cheer about. Triple number 1 for the year for Nate Nankill. Hadim Jha just belly flopped out there. Hey, you know, Cedar Rapids is up by 17. Went
Yeah.
for the highlight reel catch.
You can take some risks when you're up by 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
I think so too. There's Gunnar Goldsmith batting left. Takes ball 1 outside. That's an old baseball unwritten rule, right? When it's 20-3, a dive for 1. 1 man out. Man at third. The 1-0. Up high. Gunnar Goldsmith at home plate today has a single, a steal, and a walk. They haven't retired him yet. Sacramento State Hornet. Pitch on its way. Low, 3-0. Brian Zeldin was the pitcher who had the 8-6 lead in the second game of the series, gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Miles Naylor had the RBI single to tie it, and then he gave up the Patero RBI single in the 10th to lose it. Goldsmith takes a called strike. So for Cedar Rapids, hey, it's a 20-3 game, and get the right-hander back in, get him some work. He's got great stuff. Fires the 3-1. Strike 2 called. Fastball plugged the zone. Hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia Bulldog at that. A full count pitch for Mr. Goldsmith. Ball 4 down and in. Addy has walked again. Addy has reached base for a 3rd time in 3 tries. And here is C.J. Patero and the return engagement against Zeldin.
"21-20 final would be absolutely wild."
A ground ball hit to short. Houston rushing to the bag. Got there in time. Throws to first. That's too late. That play at second was a photo finish. And bases umpire Ashworth, I believe, did give the call at second. Yeah, he did. So Goldsmith vacates the field. Nate Nankill is in, and the Lugnuts trail 20-4. RBI fielder's choice for CJ. It strikes me how that stresses out a bases umpire Ashworth. Think about what he had to do right there. That Newton takes the ball down and away. Right, you gotta make sure you are right there. Merrick Houston is in a race to the bag against Gunnar Goldsmith, and that is tight at second. So you've got to see who got there first. And then you got to whip your head around. Don't get yourself whiplash and check out the play at first. Zeldin deals. Foul back.
You ever done the neck machine at the gym, Jesse?
I never have.
Well, I really hope that Mr. Ashworth has done it, because that would help in that situation. Get that thing moving.
You ever seen people who, they don't work out at the gym, but their normal life's work puts them through a workout? 1-1. Strike 2 called outside corner. Jacob Ashworth is saying, why don't you try being a bases umpire? Head on a swivel, baby.
Get up to the major leagues, then you got 3 umpires. You only have to worry about a couple bags.
A 1-2. Stayed outside. Newton's 2 for 2, 2 singles. The Lugnuts have 7 hits, leading to their 4 runs. You know they're 1 run away from Chick-fil-A. Lansing has scored at least 5 runs in 6 straight games. The 2-2 pitch. Down low. Adam yesterday went on a terrific promo for Chick-fil-A. Because all the fans here in this ballpark get a free chicken sandwich if the Lugnuts score 5. Is that right?
I mean, yes, it's a heck of a deal.
5th run is at first base. Newton swings and misses, struck him out. They'll have to go for 5. And a later inning, they score 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 left. Adams coming up with the call. It's the Colonels 20, the Lugnuts 4.
On a Star Wars Saturday night, we say hello there. And thanks for joining us. June 13th, 2026. Adam and Jesse with you. Jake Thomason, Yasser Mercedes, Miguel Burseño coming up. It is after 9 o'clock on a Saturday, and a regular crowd has shuffled in. And yes, we are going to the 6th because it's a blowout. 20-4, Cedar Rapids. Here's Jay Thomason. Here's the first pitch. Tucker Novotny spots it on the inside part of the plate. Strike 1 against the man that's had 4 straight singles to open this game. Next offering. This is on the ground over towards second. Goldsmith can't get to it as he tumbles in the dirt to his right. And it's into center field. And Goldsmith is a little shaken up out there. That was not an easy looking tumble that he took. So make it 5 hits for Thomason, all singles. So now here comes Yasser Mercedes. Well, he's had a good night. Double, single, home run. First pitch is down low. I would like to take you back, though, to, let's see here. This was June 11th, 2024. Pitch, swing and a miss. Cedar Rapids put up 20 hits here in Lansing, and they scored 15 runs. They beat the Nuts 15-7. And then a couple of days later, Lansing won 8-0. The pitch, that's way outside. 2 balls and a strike. That would have been, that was today. 2 years ago, June 13th, 2024, the Lansing Lugnuts threw a combined no-hitter. The pitch is on the ground over towards short, and it is past Camarillo into left field. Another hit for Mercedes, another hit for Cedar Rapids. And they just keep them coming.
Adam, quick note. That sets the franchise record. Tonight is the most hits that Lugnuts pitching has ever allowed in a game in 30 years of Lugnuts baseball.
Breaking records. Where's the cake? We celebrate records with cake, don't we? Pitch. That's inside, ball 1. Here's Miguel Briseño that's coming up. He's 2 for 4 tonight. RBI single, 3-run homer. It is 20-4, Cedar Rapids. The pitch. That's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Hey, is it possible for a broadcaster to get thrown out of a game?
Oh, it's happened.
You got any ideas?
Say the wrong thing and make sure that the umpire can hear you.
Okay. Hey, Xander!
As long as he can hear you, I'm just saying. But in a crowd like this, I don't know if that sound will travel.
No, I don't think so. Great crowd again tonight after we had over 7,000 last night. Here for the fireworks, 2-0. That's outside, and they've seen a lot of in-game fireworks. Now, probably for the team that they were not hoping to see them from, but they will get fireworks after out at center field when we're done. 3-0. That's taken upstairs, and the bases are loaded with Colonels in this 6th inning as they're up 20-4.
I mean, the classic story is in the Florida State League with the Daytona Cubs, where when the umpires, 3 of them, took the field, and they played via music 3 blind mice, and you just had to eject that guy.
I mean,
right from
brilliant.
the control room.
It's brilliant. By the way, that combined no-no today, 2 years ago, Jake Garland, Grant Judkins, and Colton Johnson combined for it. The pitch, that's flied back. Strike 1 to Danny DeAndrade. And how many times does a team put up 27 hits, or however many they're going to get today, and then come back and do that again tomorrow? So 105 tomorrow, Capital City Market Kids Day. 0-1. That's down low, and Nathan Detmer is on the hill.
That's right. Howdy.
DeAndrade, he's had himself a day. 2 homers, a double, and he's got the bases loaded if he wants to try for a grand slam. Novotny throws home. That is in there, bottom of the zone, strike 2. So how about that? Just a reminder of what happened when Cedar Rapids came in, pounded out some hits, and then a couple of days later, baseball, pretty wild. No-no. Pitch. This is golfed out to left field. Did he get another one? Nankill is back. He's at the track. It is over his head, but stays in the yard. Thomason comes in to score. Mercedes is right behind him. It's a 2-run double for Danny DeAndrade, who now has knocked in 4, and he's 4 for 5 with 4 extra base hits. A 28th hit, a 21st and 22nd run, and Cedar Rapids is up by just 18.
I mean, if you want to know the record for most runs allowed in a game, it's 24. And it was set by these Colonels June 1st, 2023. And they've got it in their sights.
Well, the first pitch is outside, ball 1. If you also were wondering, there's nobody out in this inning. It's gone single, single, walk, double. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Pitch home. And that's upstairs and outside.
So I think that the Midwest League single game record for most hits by one player is 6. Now, the Colonels have a bunch of guys who are going to take their side on that record tonight.
2-1. That's down low. Record's meant to be broken. Boy, they've got great chances here. Three balls and a strike. Nobody is warming in the bullpen. Pitch. This is smacked. Foul. First base side. Well, the sunset is nice. I see Chris Snyder has the media guide open to see all the records that could potentially be broken. He's on it. You find anything interesting you want to share with the class? He says nope. The pitch. That's twisted foul. That one goes up to the sweet level. Nice grab up there. Look at that. Sunglasses on the head. Get yourself a little baseball. 22-4. 28 hits for Cedar Rapids. The pitch. That is strike 3, and we have an out. Luis Hernandez has been retired for the first time tonight. Tucker Novotny's got his second strikeout. And now, back to the top of the card. Merrick Houston is 5 for 5. Double, single, 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 single. First pitch is down low, ball 1. 22-4, Cedar Rapids. Second and third, one out. Tucker Novotny trying to get through this. The pitch. This is on the ground, weakly hit to second. This will score a run. It's right at Gouldsmith, though. Up with it, throws to first. And there's your second out. 23-4. This kind of feels like in Revenge of the Sith when they go execute Order 66 and everybody just gets absolutely demolished.
Except Yoda.
Yoda, he wasn't falling for that. Eduardo Said, he takes a pitch in there, strike 1.
Can't trust the clones, man.
You really can't.
They should have known. Jedi make a lot of mistakes.
The pitch. This is weakly hit, first base side, foul.
Search your feelings. You know that to be true.
Lansing might have to go back to the Dagobah system to relearn for tomorrow's game. Give credit to Cedar Rapids. Pitch, swing and a miss. That is upstairs, and we are through 5.5. Coming up on 9:30, Cedar Rapids a lot, Lansing not a lot.
Leading off for the Lugnuts, number 24.
Pink and light blue up in the sky. Absolutely gorgeous. It is Brian Zeldin that's back out there. Rodney Green Jr. steps up. The pitch. That's outside, ball 1. All right, Jesse, what do you say we rank our favorite Star Wars characters from 5 to 1?
Okay, I'm in for this.
Would you like to get in on the act? Pitch home. That's inside. You go ahead and think it over, Jesse, and let me know when you're ready. We'll take our time here. But it is Star Wars night. We love Star Wars night. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's way outside. 3 balls, no strikes. So we'll let Jesse compile the list here. Rodney Green Jr., by the way, Mace Windu up there on the board. Shout out the purple lightsaber. One of the best. 3-0. That's up high, ball 4. And Rodney Green Jr. doesn't have to raise his lightsaber. He just will take his walk. It's his second tonight. I told you, it's the man of true outcomes. 2 walks and a strikeout for him tonight. And now we go to the top of the card to Carlos Pacheco. Righty, the pitch. And Pacheco takes it down low. All right, Jesse might have abandoned ship, so I'm just going to go ahead and go solo here. Han Solo. Yeah, I don't know. He just left me, guys. That pitch is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Number 5. The Force Awakens. We met her. Rey Skywalker. One of the best. 2-0. That grabs the inside corner. You know, she brings back the hope. And she gets the new series started up, the new trilogy for all the younger generation. The pitch, that's bounce foul. And, you know, she doesn't come from very much, but she turns out to be a superstar. So we're going to go Ray number 5. Then how could you not go number 4? Shout out the ladies, Princess Leia. One of the best. She's outstanding. Pitch home. That's a slider inside. And Pacheco is down. That's his first strikeout. Make that his 3rd strikeout, but the first strikeout of this 6th inning. 2nd strikeout for Brian Zeldin. So yeah, a couple of ladies. We're going to go 5 Ray, 4 Princess Leia. Number 3, and this one's probably a little bit low because he literally makes the series and is the character that stands out. That's outside, ball 1. Jared Sprague-Lott is up there. Darth Vader, Anakin, whoever you want to choose. That is what this series is based off. Anakin turning into Darth Vader. Spoiler, the pitch. Breaking ball. Oh, hey, Jesse's back. That's in there, strike 1. Sorry, Jesse, I just abandoned ship and went without.
No, I'm totally cool. Like, you sprung this on me, and I'm currently working on my list. I've got number 1.
The pitch, and that is in there. Strike 2. It wasn't a trap. I told you exactly what was coming. But as we work to number 2, I have no problem working Han Solo. Number 2 on my list. Love Han Solo. 1-2. That's shot back foul. Gets to rock around in the Millennium Falcon. Never tell him the odds. What is he called? A nerf herder?
Scruffy nerf herder.
A scoundrel? I think you like scoundrels. 1-2. Corked out towards left field. Briseño is going back over his head, and that dunks off the wall. Rodney Green Jr. is into 3rd. He's going to come home. The throw coming from short. It's not going to get there. He crosses the plate standing up. RBI double, Jared Sprague-Lott. He's knocked in his 3rd. It's 23-5. Nice job. Rodney Green Jr. scoring all the way from first base.
Jared Sprague-Lott has put a couple of good swings on the baseball today.
Yes, he has. Home run in his last at-bat. Double right there. Now here comes Ali Camarillo. He's done the same thing. Double, homer. 23-5. Bottom 6. Cedar Rapids in front. Zeldin throws. That's dropped in there. Strike 1. And this is just my favorite. I know a lot of people are going to say Han Solo number 1, but Jesse already touched on this. Hello there is said for a reason every single night, folks. Obi-Wan, my favorite character. 0-1 pitch. That's outside. Here's my pitch, Jesse. When your best friend turns bad, you could potentially be thinking maybe you're going to go over to the dark side. You're going to follow your friend. No, he stood up and he stood his ground, literally, and defeated Anakin. 1-1. That shoots in there. Strike 2.
I'm ready, by the way. I've got my list.
All right, so just to repeat, Ray 5, Leia 4, Darth Vader 3, Han Solo 2, Obi-Wan number 1. That's my list. Jesse, it's your turn. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Runner at 2nd. 1-2. High bouncing ball over towards short. Runner will hold. Houston has it, slings it over to 1st. And there's your 2nd out. Miles Naylor coming up. Alrighty, sir, go ahead.
Okay, we're going to go with number 5 first. It's the 2-headed pod racing commentator. It's Foden Bede from episode 1.
I love those guys.
Could really commentate a pod race.
They tell it like it is.
Yes.
Young Skywalker.
Number 4 is Vader.
Yeah,
Enough said.
He's got to be in there, absolutely.
Number 3 is R2. Enough said.
Whee! The pitch? It's outside, ball 1. Sorry, Chewie didn't make my top 5. Folks, it's 23-5. What do you want from me? 1-0 pitch. That grabs the inner part of the plate, but not called a strike. 2-0.
Chewie serves alongside Yoda. Decides to tell Han Solo nothing of this. Nothing of this.
He didn't make my top 5. If he wants to make your top 5, I'm cool with it. 2-0 pitch. That is in on the inside corner. Strike one.
And number 2 is Lando.
Lando
Because
Calrissian.
It's Billy D, man.
Yeah, dude, he's a star, except for in Empire Strikes Back, when
But
he's
you know,
a total
I
loser.
understand. I understand. He turned things around.
Oh, speaking up, Miles Naylor up on the board. The pitch. This is ripped over towards short. Sliding catch by Houston for the third and final out. And drum roll, please. Jesse's number 1 Star Wars character is?
Yeah, it's Leia. It's General Leia. It's Princess Leia. It's Leia.
Organa. One of the best. We love her, and we love Star Wars. It is Star Wars night, and we have made it through 2/3 of this baseball game where it is all Colonels up 23-5.
Hey fans, check out the big board for tonight's group raffle winners.
Nice. Don't forget about me. This is a big moment in this game. The pitch. Brandon Whitaker swings and misses. Every single Cedar Rapids Colonel has had at least one hit tonight, except this guy. Can he get it done? The pitch is flied foul, first base side, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just real quick,
Yeah.
ground ball, 2 outs, reached on an error, double play ground ball, then reached on an error.
That's what I mean. He's got a bone to pick with the official score. Where are my hits?
Well, he could just take care of it right here. 1-2, swing and a miss. And Winokur is down, so no hit yet. That's the third strikeout, though, for Tucker Novotny. Make that the 4th, actually. Here comes Jow, and the pitch is bounced inside, ball 1. Reminder, we just went over this yesterday. Chick-fil-A, if you're in the park or you want to come to the park, you get a week to get on the app. The pitch, and that's taken in there, strike 1, to redeem a coupon for a free chicken sandwich because the Lugnuts have hit 5 runs, and they've done it all week. The pitch, it's fouled back, strike 2. Now, again, you got to be at Jackson Field, and you got to redeem it tonight. Elena behind me has done it. Good job. Chris Snyder is doing it right now. Cassidy is also working on it over. Everybody's getting Chick-fil-A, all right? So if there's something good, that pitch is down low to come from tonight. If you are a Lugnuts fan, get on your phone, get the Chick-fil-A app, and get your free sandwich. The pitch, swing and a miss. How about another strikeout for Tucker Novotny? That's number 5. There's 2 away. It's 23-5. Cedar Rapids leading in the top of the 7th. And again, you don't have to redeem it tonight and then go get it tonight. Just redeem it tonight while you're at Jackson Field, and then you have until next Saturday to go and get your free chicken Sammy. The pitch. This is lifted out to shallow center field. Jumping, and Camarillo can't quite get it. It's over his head. And that right there is a 6th hit for Jay Thomason, and they are literally all singles. So, he got a single in the 1st, the 2nd, an RBI single in the 3rd, a single in the 5th, a single in the 6th, and now a single in the 7th. He has scored the last 3 times he's gotten those singles. We'll see if that happens again here in the 7th. Here's Yasser Mercedes. He's had 4 hits. Pitches outside, ball 1. Now remember, folks, I know you're eager. You can't get the Chick-fil-A sandwich tomorrow. They're closed. Pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. They're not open on Sundays, but you will have between Monday and next Saturday to redeem yourself for a free chicken sandwich. Pitch home. It's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Jesse, you know me and my hard critiquing of mac and cheese.
Yes, I do.
2-1 pitch. This is lifted out to center field. It's hit pretty well. Pacheco is going to his left. He's still looking for it, and he's got it just in front of the track for the 3rd and final out. For the first time tonight, Cedar Rapids has been held scoreless in a half inning. A 0 up there on the board. And so we will stretch here in the 7th. 5, Cedar Rapids, and the first pitch, a little bit outside, ball 1 to Nate Nankill. You ever seen an 18-run comeback? You never know. The pitch, that's fouled back. Strike one.
Did you finish your mac and cheese thought?
No, I did not, and I'm so glad you brought that back
Yes,
up.
This was important to me.
I figured we would have time here. By the way, I believe this is Eston Stoll that has come into the game.
Lot of swinging strikes. Excellent stuff.
Pitch home. This is lifted out to shallow right field. It is dunking in. It's a base hit. Nankill is aboard. And there's his second hit tonight. By the way, a reminder, and we will get to the fishbowl in just a second. That was a J. Trucks and Associates pitching change. J. Trucks and Associates, Michigan's lawyers for the injured. First, before we get to the fishbowl, let me tell you, Jesse, that of all the mac and cheese I've had at any restaurant, any fast food place, Chick-fil-A has the best mac and cheese I've ever had. So there you go. Pitch home. That grabs the outside corner. Strike one on Gunnar Goldsmith. 23-5. Cedar Rapids leads. So, yes, best mac and cheese, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
There you go, man. The pitch. There's a bouncing ball on the ground. Sliding stop made by Don Coney's on the bag. Gets up, throws to second. That's late. But there's the first out for Gunnar Goldsmith. Make that Jay Thomason that's over there. I apologize.
That was slick by Thomason.
Why did I write Rain Don Cone in there?
Well, he was a late scratch.
Well, that makes sense. Now I feel less bad. All right, anyway, let's get to our fishbowl question. Here comes C.J. Patero. One out, runner at second base. Cedar Rapids has 23 runs. Lansing does not. The pitch. This is fouled back. Out of play, strike one.
You know how we do. We fishbowl for every pitching change. And our fishbowl question is, if the Lansing Lugnuts were to be a type of footwear, what would they be and why? Submitted by Kayla Cornelson. Example, snow boots, sandals, cowboy boots, Crocs.
Tonight they're loafers. 0-1 pitch. This is sliced out to left center. That's a base hit. Here comes Nankill around third. He touches it and is heading home. 6 runs up on the board for the Lansing Lugnuts.
So 5 for a chicken sandwich, 6 for mac and cheese?
I mean, I hope so. We got to get the deal done. That's what I got, Jesse. Loafers. That's only tonight, though.
What were they the first 4 games?
Think about the best. What were the shoes that Prefontaine wore? Those Nike. The Nikes with the waffles on the bottom, the waffle wear. Pitch is outside. Whatever helped him speed around, that's been Lansing all week. Oh. Chris Snyder says there's slides tonight.
Okay.
So, a lot of pressure, Jesse. What you got here?
Skechers.
Ben Newton. That's outside. Ball 2, Skechers.
Skechers.
Nice.
This is fun because you are, in addition to being a mac and cheese guy and a birder, a shoe guy.
You got it, dude. 2-0. That's inside.
I could see you later on this year. It's going to be a random day in August, and you're going to look at me and you're going to say, today they are Jordans.
Well, here's what I got for you, Jay. I'm going to break down this week for you for Lansing.
Okay.
All right? Don't even worry about it. I
Buy
got
shoe.
you. 3-0. That is a little bit wide. It's ball 4. So we got runners on first and second for Lansing. 1 out. It is 23-6, Cedar Rapids. All right, Tuesday, Lansing, Nike Air Maxes. Wednesday, Lansing, Nike Air Maxes. Thursday, Lansing, Nike Air Maxes. Friday, Lansing, Nike Air Maxes. Saturday, loafers. Pitch, that's low and outside. Ball 1 to Rodney Green Jr.
Yeah, one of those days after the game, they were galoshes. It was a lot of rain.
Yeah, it was. It's a great point. Great question. That was Kayla that submitted that one?
Yes.
Hey, shout out her putting her name on there too, first and last. I see her walking down there. Thanks, Kayla. Pitch. Rodney Green Jr. takes that one upstairs. He's looking for a 3rd walk potentially tonight. This would load up the bases. Still only 1 out, and still the 7th inning. You never know, people. You just never know. I know what you're thinking. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I know they're thinking, Jesse, this guy's crazy. It's 23-6. That's 17 runs. We're in the 7th inning. Yeah, but It's baseball. You just don't know. 2 on, 1 out. 2-1. High hopper, 1. Bounce right back to the pitcher. Throw to second for 1. And the relay to first is in time. That's great stuff right there from Eston Stahl.
That wasn't the double play you were looking for.
Except it was. Those are the drones we need. We're going to head to the 8th inning, 23-6, Cedar Rapids. 2 innings left to go. Here's the first pitch of the 8th, and it's down low, ball 1. It is still the left-hander that's out there. Tucker Novotny faces the final third in the card. Miguel Briseño, Danny De Andrade, and Luis Hernandez. Next pitch jumps in there, strike 1. It is all Cedar Rapids, 23-6 tonight on Star Wars night. The pitch, and that is just a little bit inside. 2-1. Novotny turns, kicks, throws home. This is popped up, foul first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Late into the night, getting close to 10 o'clock. But the fans going to have to stay put, wait it out. It's a beautiful night for baseball. They get fireworks after this one. 2-2. This is lifted out to right field. Ronnie Green Jr. over to his left. And he stops in front of the track. Bends over, makes the catch. And so Briseño is retired. So with 1 away, here comes Danny De Andrade. A man that has had 4 straight hits, all extra base hits after the strikeout in the first. Home run, double, double. He's knocked in 4. He's scored 3. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Tucker Novotny, though, just got Lansing's first 0 up defensively in the 7th inning. Think about that. Pitch home. That's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs in the first for Cedar Rapids, 3 in the second, 6 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 6 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth. The pitch, that's fouled away. Up there towards sweet level. So, can he do it again? 1-2. A little bit down low. Novotny, 6'5", 235-pound, 23-year-old. Kicks and throws. Swing and a miss, and they get De Andrade. High fastball at 90 miles an hour. 6 strikeouts for Tucker Novotny. Well, he is doing his best to neutralize this potent Colonel's attack. They've got 23 runs and 29 hits. Seems like they got to just get the 30th, don't they? Whole number? I mean, they're right there. First pitch misses outside. Make that inside, ball 1. Luis Hernandez, a good candidate. The pitch. That jumps in there, called strike 1, inside corner. He's had 4 of the 29 hits tonight. 23 runs, 29 hits, no errors for Cedar Rapids. Pitch. This is popped up. Shallow center field. Gouldsmith is going back. Green is coming in. It is Green up there with his mitt to make the catch. Back-to-back scoreless frames for Tucker Novotny. Okay, let's head to the bottom of the 8th. Lansing trailing Cedar Rapids by 17. Top of the order coming up. Carlos Pacheco leads off against the righty Eston Stahl. Throws home. And that dumps in there. Breaking ball, strike 1. Pacheco 0 for 4 tonight. Pitch home. That's low and outside. Well, one of those record-setting nights for Cedar Rapids. They've done it with 23 runs, 29 hits, and they've been great defensively. No errors. A complete performance from the Colonels. The pitch, checked it, and that went in foul on the handle there against Pacheco. 1-2. Ball dead ends right there at the plate. That's been one of the great neutralizers tonight. Pacheco, he was 8 for 16 in this series coming in. He's 0 for 4 tonight, 3 strikeouts. They have stopped the leadoff man from doing what he'd been doing. 1-2. This is punch back foul up towards sweet level. And in it goes. Look at that fan, pumped up. 2 hands in the air in the Lugnuts jersey.
Waving them like she cares.
As she should. 1-2 pitch. That's up high.
Hey, this crowd, the score is what the score is. And the score has been that way for a while. And they have not lost their life.
No, they haven't. They got some lightsabers out there in the crowd. We love that. You can't lose your life on a Star Wars night. 2-2. It's a high hopper foul, third base side.
Well, if you did, you just become a Force ghost.
True. I am the Force. The Force is with me.
So's Elena.
True. Hello, Elena. She's sitting right behind me. She's taking this in. 23-6. We all are. We're all here together watching this. Pitch. It's up high. That's inside. You know, yesterday we were talking about some of the good things in baseball, the changes being the pitch clock. We're very happy to have the pitch clock tonight. It's almost 10 o'clock. Pitch home. This is popped up first base side, and that one is going to get out of play. You know, Jesse, if you were to look at this game, let's say back 2018.
Yes.
23-6. I mean, we'd be almost sitting at 11 o'clock right now, wouldn't we?
I think you could make that compelling case. But you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. And it's a beautiful night to be at the yard. You can't beat it, regardless of the game, and Cedar Rapids having a ball. Pitch. That's fly back. And in the meantime, Mr. Pacheco is trying his best to get aboard.
It should be said that Lansing's allowed 29 hits, but they've only issued 1 walk.
There's positives in everything. 3-2. That's down low. Speaking of walks, Carlos Pacheco will take his walk to first base. Great at bat right there.
Yeah, that's 7 walks drawn by Lansing to go along with the 10 base hits. This offense has continued to lock in, and they've scored a run in every inning since the 3rd.
And they got Grogu on their jersey. And I got Grogu on my hat.
Have you seen the new movie?
No.
Okay.
Will you tell my girlfriend behind me she needs to take me?
What happened to your car?
Pitch home. This is popped up, first base side. Thomason coming over. Does he have room? He does not. Strike 1. I don't know. I just thought maybe she could do something nice for me. Jesse, help me out here. I'll buy her popcorn.
I mean,
What a deal.
that's a pretty good deal.
We're playing the Colonels. We just went through how we eat our popcorn the other night.
Seems to me that for popcorn, I mean, that's a different story.
Well, we might be able to catch the 2 a.m. show this morning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Wait, 2 a.m. You need to wake up for your morning workout.
Yeah. You know what? This is reminding me, though, this game should be done just about the time that Australia and Turkey are starting.
Oh, that's right.
0-2 pitch. This is lifted out towards right center, and it is down and heading all the way to the wall. Look out here. Pacheco is flying around third. Here comes Sprague-Lott around second. Pacheco is in to score. Sprague-Lott is into third with a triple. All of a sudden, Jared Sprague-Lott has a chance to steal Cedar Rapids thunder. He is a single away from the cycle. We are now on Jared Sprague-Lott cycle watch in the bottom of the 8th inning. Right out to Triples Alley, and he just got going. And Lansing now trails 23-7.
He's had a lovely day at home plate. He's shown off power to all parts of the yard.
Pitch home. That's up and in. Ali Camarillo had to dodge back of that one coming towards his head. And now Lansing's hitters have work to do. Can they get Jared Sprague-Lott up one more time? He's got all the hard parts of the cycle taken care of. Runner at third, nobody out. The pitch. This is corked over towards short, and it's through for a base hit into left center field. Sprague-Lott scores. Camarillo is hustling, takes a wide turn at first. Now will get back to the bag, but he is driven in his second. And Camarillo is now a triple away from the cycle. So all the offense tonight for Cedar Rapids, but don't forget about the 2-3 hitters for Lansing and Jared Sprague-Lott and Ali Camarillo. double cycle watch with Miles Naylor coming up. Can they flip the lineup card over and get to those guys before this game is done? We sit in the bottom of the 8th. It is 23-8 Cedar Rapids. We now have had 42 hits in this game. I lied, 41.
They'll get there.
Sorry.
Give them time.
Pitch, and it's fouled back. So you are looking at a 31-run performance and a 41-hit performance. 10 o'clock here in the Eastern Time Zone. And we've got drama potentially if 2 more guys could come back up. Pitch home. This is lifted out to center field. Dropping, it's in for a base hit. Naylor is the 3rd straight to reach with a hit. And it's getting more promising for Lansing to have Sprague-Lott and Camarillo potentially come back up. Maybe in this 8th inning or potentially the 9th. Walk, triple, single, single to open up the 8th. 23-8 and a little Let's Go Nuts chant. The pitch, that's up and in, ball 1. This is Nate Nankill. What we tell you, anything can happen.
Well, and this lineup has stayed involved in this game the whole time. They've stayed locked in.
Shout out Ellie Goulding. The pitch, that's outside. You know that one, Jesse?
I know Kevin Garnett believing anything is possible.
Anything is possible. What was that, 2008 Celtics?
Yeah. And then Everything is Awesome. That's the Lego movie.
That's the one I was talking about, that one.
Oh, yeah. Strong.
2-0. This is on the ground left side. It is going to get through, base hit. Station to station they go. The Lugs have them loaded up. You never know, folks. You just never know. 23-8. Nobody out. The first 5 have reached. That's 4 straight hits. And again, Jared Sprague-Lott and Ali Camarillo, despite the fact that Lansing may not come back and win this thing, if those 2 come back up, they will each have a shot for the cycle. Jared Sprague-Lott needs a single. Ali Camarillo needs a triple. Amongst all the hitting and offensive fireworks for Cedar Rapids, there is potential history for Lansing to make if they could get back to the top of the card, which they are currently 6 and 7 batters away.
Eston Stahl coming into play today. League was batting 205 against him. And this is just good at bat after good at bat. There's been some strong contact. There's been find some holes. These guys are coming up there with increasing confidence. And here's a guy who's had big swings all throughout the week.
2 home runs, and he's got a home run this year. That's a grand slam. It's Gunnar Goldsmith. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Carlos Franco was the grand slam hitter earlier this week to vault Lansing in front and help them win. Gunnar Goldsmith has attacked the berm out and right where many kids are waiting. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1-0. That shot foul, third base side. Strike 1. Goldsmith's had a good day at the plate. Single, walk, walk. This crowd is as revved up as you could be. And the home team is down by 15 runs. 1-1 pitch. That's outside. Two-one. Jumps in there, fastball, bottom of the zone, 94 miles an hour, strike 2.
If you're Brian Meyer, manager of Cedar Rapids, you're going, I'm up 23-8. I want to use as few pitchers as possible, but not the way that things are going. So Xavier Kohlhasser is now warming up in the pen, who gave up the Franco grand slam.
The pitch. It's a bouncing ball foul, first base side. Bases loaded, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gunnar Goldsmith. Nobody out, bottom 8. The pitch. Smacked up in the air, foul third base side, back to the seats, who's got it? Into the seats it goes, and bounding down, rolling along the rows. Someone's got to come up with it.
Scrambling hands, yeah.
That's where you would like to be able to use the force and just whoosh, have that thing shoot over to you. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Goldsmith. Righty-lefty matchup, the pitch. Pokes it down the third base side, foul. Doing a nice job staying alive. Beautiful night at the park just after 10 o'clock. Tucked in between Cedar and Larch. Bases are loaded. 2-2. That's up high. And this, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, is an action pitch. They are loud tonight in the garage. 3-2. Up high and outside, ball 4. It's 23-9.
This crowd believes.
You just never know. Still nobody out. And at what point do you go get Eston Stoll? The first 6 have reached in this half inning. And remember, you're trying to get it back to the top of the order because Sprague-Lott and Camarillo are a hit away from the cycle. This is C.J. Patero, the 7 batter. The pitch, swing and a miss. He chased the high fastball. Strike 1. Lansing has now scored in 6 straight half innings. They've got 9 runs. They just gave up a lot of runs prior to that. The pitch, that's up high. He stayed off the high fastball there. It does not feel like Lansing is down by 14. They've got the bases loaded, nobody out, and they're chipping away. 3 already home in this half inning in the 8th. The pitch, up and in. They say baseball's a game of runs, right?
I've heard that.
Thought that was basketball, but we're gonna say it's baseball.
Right now, Lansing has 9 runs. Looking for more.
Stahl delivers. Bouncing ball off of Patero's foot. He's hopping around there. That does not feel good. 2-2. Well, we all know rebellions are built on hope. And right now, Lansing's got it. Still 6 outs to be had. The pitch, just a little bit wide. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded here. Naylor at third, Nankill at second, Goldsmith at first. Nobody out. And the Nuts are indeed charging. 3-2. Inside ball 4. 23-10. 7 straight have reached in this 8th inning, and finally, Brian Meyer has seen enough.
Outstanding plate appearances. It started with a great Pacheco walk, and then you had the base knocks, Sprague-Lott, Camarillo, Naylor, and Nankill. Goldsmith and Patero, the great friends, fought Stoll tooth and claw. They earned their base on balls. They send him to the showers.
They sure do. And now the new man will come in. A J. Trunks and Associates pitching change. J. Trunks and Associates, Michigan's lawyers for the injured. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's 23-10. And we have gone to the fishbowl. Jesse, this is a good one. Favorite part of Jackson Field?
Being with you.
Whoa.
Okay. My favorite part about this ballpark is that you can walk entirely around it. It's the 360-degree concourse that gives you so many angles to look out at this field. You're never all that far away.
I like it. That's a great pick, and that's one of my favorites too. I mean, there's something about a park with 360 concourse. You can walk all around, see the different angles, just stretch your legs. If you have a longer game like tonight, and we're plus 3 hours right now, that's a tough question. I really like our view. You know, in an era where it's not always a guarantee that the broadcasters sit right behind home plate, we have one of the best views in the league. I think that's up there. And I will say, too, I love the fact that we are right downtown. I mean, we are literally a stone's throw away from the Capitol in the state of Michigan, and you're tucked in between Cedar and Larch Street. And everybody that's passing by on those streets will get to see the fireworks shoot off and just see that there's a game going on. I think that's really cool. Okay, here's Ben Newton. It is Xavier Kohlhauser, the big righty that's in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Righty-lefty, the pitch. That's outside, ball one.
Kohlhauser's game is strikeouts. Big strikeout guy. When he's not striking batters out, though, he's been ineffective.
Well, they've walked back-to-back lugnut batters. The pitch, swing and a miss. That's good stuff right there. Changed it up. Slid it in on the hands of Newton.
I mean, that's the thing. The stuff is wicked. You see, though, the high ERA.
I see his height. Big fella out there. 6'5". Throws home. That's dumped down low. 2-1. Ben Newton is the 8th batter to come to the plate. This inning has gone walk, triple, single, 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 walk, walk. No outs. And they're packed right now. Nankill, Gouldsmith, and Patero. Hitter's pitch right here, 2-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Buried right under his hands. Looks like that slider. That's nasty. Lugnuts were down 23-4. 23-5. They've cut it back. Oh, it was 23-4.
You're
the
right.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him again with that stuff coming in under his hands. One down.
What a curveball. That's his game. That's the challenge for Rodney Green Jr. now, Adam.
Hey, by the way, we are in line to see Sprague-Lott and Camarillo come up at least in the 9th. The pitch, way outside, ball one to Rodney Green Jr.
Unless it's here in the 8th.
That could happen too. Still only one out. Those two guys a base hit away from the cycle. 23-10 Cedar Rapids, bottom 8. 4 runs in, bases loaded. 1-0. This is hit hard down the right side. It's fair. Here comes Nankill. He's in. Gouldsmith right behind him. Rodney Green Jr. strolls into second. Tack on 2 more. It's 23-12. Thanks to Rodney Green Jr.'s double.
Breaking ball that dropped down, and Rodney Green Jr. whipped that bat around, and he yanked it hard. 100 miles an hour, sizzling up the right field line.
And now here comes Carlos Pacheco. And guess who's on deck? Jared Sprague-Lott. The pitch. That's outside, ball one. This is the 10th batter to come to the plate. And Carlos Pacheco, well, he started the half inning with that long AB, that long walk. That took about 10 pitches before he got it. Second and third, one out. The pitch. This is sliced back foul. Lansing has a chance to get this under 10 runs. The train is passing through here in Lansing, Michigan.
You know, that's what they say is you got to cut the lead to single digits, and then you make your run.
Before the media timeout.
That's right.
Game of runs. 6 here in the 8th. The pitch. This is on the ground. Weakly hit left side. A second. It's swept up but not played by Winokur. He's got no play. Nobody's at second. Pacheco scrambles over. Second run comes in as the ball kicks away. It's a 9-run game. Pacheco delivers, and this crowd is in a frenzy.
Brandon Winokur was moved to shortstop, replacing Merrick Houston. Both of them are great defenders. But Winokur, with that great long height, simply couldn't come up with it. And then to kick it away. So reaching down off the glove, and then the right foot just kicked it off to his left side, and that meant 90 more feet for everybody.
And now, folks, Jared Sprague-Lott is a single away from the cycle. Pitch home. This is lifted out to shallow center field. It drops in. We've got history. Jared Sprague-Lott has just hit for the cycle. A homer, a double, a triple, and now a single. Lansing Lugnuts history on Saturday, June 13th, 2026. Absolutely incredible. Carlos Pacheco gets to third. And now here comes Ali Camarillo. He is a triple away from the cycle. The pitch. That's up high, ball one. Could we get back-to-back cycles? Something you just don't see very often. And back-to-back cycles would be absolutely insane. The pitch. This is cracked. Out to left center field. It dunks in. It's a base hit. Pacheco comes in to score. And it's an 8-run game. No cycle for Camarillo, but it's a 4-hit night. And the Nuts are a run closer. (23-15). Second RBI single this half inning for Camarillo. This pitch is popped up. Miles Naylor, foul territory, and out of play it goes. 13th batter to come up in this lengthy 8th inning. 9 runs have scored. It's an 8-run game. It was 23-4. It's 23-15. Cedar Rapids still in front, and Jared Sprague-Lott with a 2-hit 8th inning, a triple and a single, has just hit for the cycle. The 0-1. That jumps in there, strike two.
Everybody in this ballpark believes. Everybody is waiting to see what Miles Naylor will do.
Could you imagine a home run right here? 0-2. That is in there, called strike three. Oh boy. And that looked like a very, very favorable call for Xavier Kohlhauser.
That's tough.
Second strikeout. And now here comes Nate Nankill. 23-15, Cedar Rapids, bottom 8. The pitch, that's outside. Jesse, you got the last cycle in Lugnuts history? If you get a chance, peek at it. I'm trying to remember right now, last one they got it.
Jack Winkler,
Oh,
June
yeah.
21st,
Wisconsin.
2023.
Wisconsin, that's right, in Appleton. 1-0. Check swing, that is in there, bottom of the zone. Is Ryan Gold the last one to have a cycle here at Jackson Field for the Nuts?
Yes, he is.
How about that? Jared Sprague-Lott, a cycle tonight for Lansing. 2 hits to complete it in this lengthy 8th inning. 9 runs in. The pitch. That's a little bit wide. 2-1. Sprague-Lott homered in the 4th, doubled in the 6th, and he's tripled and singled here in the 8th. A cycle. 2-1 pitch. Right there at the bottom of the knees. 94 miles an hour, strike two. Nankill already with a base hit in this half inning. He is the 14th batter to come up. 8 hits, 9 runs, and a cycle. The pitch, just a little bit wide, and that a tough no call for Kohlhauser. Right there on the edge, didn't get it. And so we're full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Spraglott at second, Camarillo at first. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He chased that slider away. And that is going to do it for this 8th inning. 14 batters come to the plate. Lugnuts get 9 runs. And they do it on 8 hits. And we've got history tonight. Jared Spraglott, the latest Lugnut to hit for the cycle. It's 23-15. Cedar Rapids, let's go to the 9th. 3 hours and 19 minutes deep. We have made it to the 9th inning. Abel Mercedes throws home. And the first pitch is cracked up, foul territory, first base side. Is that going to get out of here? Yes, it is. Up on the dugout. And that's strike 1. So Tucker Novotny was able to get Lansing through the 6th, 7th, and 8th and put up 2 scoreless half innings. Lansing was just able to get 9 up on the board. You know, if they put together a 9-run 9th, they would be come from behind winners. They once trailed by 19. 0-1 pitch. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it is Abel Mercedes. Right-handed, 6'1", 185-pound, 23-year-old from the DR. Merrick Houston was the man that was going to bat here, but it's Harry Genth. The pitch. That drops in just a little bit low, 2-1. So they've taken Houston out. Did that a couple innings ago. So Genth batting for the first time. Houston, 5 hits tonight. Pitch home. That dumps in there. Top of the zone. 2-2. Nice pitch. Lansing looking for a third scoreless half inning. Keep the momentum on their side. 3-1 pitch. That is in there, called strike 3. That was the 2-2. Video board fooled me. First strikeout for Abel Mercedes.
Adam, I'm pouring through the team record book. This has broken the record for most combined runs in a Lugnuts game. It was set back in 2001. 18-17 was the score of that one, so 38 over 35.
Good stuff. A lot of records I think might be broken tonight. The pitch. That's a fastball, grabs the outside corner on Eduardo Tsai. Strike 1. 38 combined runs. 48 combined hits. That is just insanity. Nearly 50 hits in a baseball game. 3-2. That's whacked out to center field. That's a base hit, number 30 tonight for Cedar Rapids. And it comes from the 19-year-old Eduardo Tsai. Just to round off an even 30 for the Colonels. So he's got his first hit of the series that's not a home run. He's had 2 home runs, 2 hits. Now he's got a single. And we have 48 hits. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The only man that has played all game that has not been able to get a base hit for Cedar Rapids is into the box from the right side. Brandon Whitaker. He's reached on a couple of errors, but no hits yet. Mercedes throws. Zooms it in there, strike 1. 91, the bottom of the zone. The pitch. That's down low. Yeah, he's Jabba up on the board, so no hits for him. He doesn't have arms, right? Are there little arms?
Very little.
Yeah, there he's got very small ones.
Still work to get things into his mouth.
Eating like a little rat. 1-1. That's low and outside. That's the picture on the video board. 23-15 is our score.
Average run-of-the-mill game.
2-1 pitch. That's outside. You know, this could be a Star Wars trilogy in its own. All tonight. The new trilogy. We got it right here.
I was walking here to the ballpark earlier today, and I heard someone talking about they were coming to their first Lugnuts game. Can you imagine this is your first experience?
I mean, you got to come back after this. Jeez, oh Pete's. Pitch home. That shoots in there. And that is strike 2. 48 hits, 38 runs, 4 combined errors. And we've had a cycle tonight by the team that is losing. Nuts. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Winokur is hitless. He strikes out. Abel Mercedes gets his second. Great pitch at the bottom of the zone. 2 away.
So Jay Thomason's in the on-deck circle. He is 6 for 6 with 6 singles, which has tied the Midwest League record. And he's hoping that Zhao can give him a chance to try for a 7th hit.
We will see if Zhao can reach. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Whoa. 101 right there from Abel Mercedes. He reared back for that one. Triple digits. We're seeing everything in this game. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nuts have all the momentum right now. Even though they're down by 8, they have scored in 6 straight half innings and are trying to put together a 3rd straight scoreless half inning for Cedar Rapids. Runner at first, 2 outs. The 0-2. Popped up, out to center. Hit pretty well, but Park gonna hold it. Pacheco just in front of the track, makes the catch. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th at Jackson Field. Okay, strap in. Here we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's an 8-run game, but it feels like this game is tied. Jackson Field is absolutely rocking. They just saw a 9-run 8th inning to get Lansing from 23-6 to 23-15. Is there anything left in what has been an absolute insane Saturday night? A Star Wars Saturday night. Gunnar Goldsmith to lead things off. C.J. Patero, Ben Newton to follow. Already seen a cycle tonight from Jared Spraglott. If Ali Camarillo comes back up, he is a triple away from the cycle. We've got 38 total runs. We've got 48 total hits. Will we get 50? The pitch home. Jumps in there, strike 1 from Xavier Kohlhauser. Pitch home. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. What are you thinking right now? Just was curious.
I thought this game was surreal, the way that Cedar Rapids started it, and then it went to a whole new level.
It's surreal, all right. 1-1. That's fouled back off the netting.
I am prepared for this bottom of the 9th. Xavier Kohlhauser, the way that he ended the 8th with the back-to-back strikeouts, he's got to be feeling good himself. So this at-bat from Gunnar Goldsmith sets a tone.
Just like Pacheco set the tone in the 8th with that long 10-pitch walk. 1-2. Fouled off.
Throw his bat at the ball. 93 away, stay alive. And take care of that Grogu.
That's right. Tuck him in there in the abdomen. 1-2. Swinging a chopper, foul first base side. Well, Gunnar tonight, single, walk, ground out, RBI walk. 14 batters came to the plate in the 8th. Here we are in the 9th. The pitch, swing and a miss. There you go. 3 straight strikeouts now for Kohlhauser, and there's 1 away.
And he's recorded strikeouts for all of the outs today.
Okay, now it's C.J. Patero, 23-15, Colonels. The pitch, this is twisted up and foul, third base side, strike 1. We are now 3.5 hours deep into this Saturday night Star Wars featured baseball game. The pitch is a bouncing ball over towards second, grabbed by Gent to his left, slings it to first. And Lansing is down to their final out.
I thought you were going to say featured presentation.
Feels like that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And then Laugh Cue Fireworks.
Great way to finish the night, win or lose. That's right. Fireworks coming out. All right, here's Ben Newton. The pitch home. That is taken in there at the top of the zone. Strike one at 92 miles an hour. Oh, 1 pitch. Checked it, didn't go. Right there at the top corner on the outer edge, wasn't given. Ball one. Newton tonight, 2 hits and a walk. Strikeouts in between. The pitch. That drops in there at the top. Good looking breaking ball, 1-2, and Lansing is all of a sudden down to their last strike here. 1-2. Swing and it's fouled back off the netting.
This is where we've seen Cole Hosser go to that curve, down under the hands.
Let's see if he does it again. Newton trying to keep this game alive for this crowd and for his team. The pitch, swing and a miss. He can't, and that'll do it. Cole Hosser gets his 5th strikeout, and the marathon is over. 23-15, Cedar Rapids wins this one. 38 combined runs, 48 combined hits, and a cycle for the Lugnuts tonight from Jared Sprague-Lott.
I saw standing ovations. This game ended, and the folks here stood and recognized the effort that they witnessed. What a ball game.
Pretty remarkable. And now we get fireworks. After all of those fireworks.
Hey, that's what the folks here deserve.
Yeah.
Because they brought the energy all night long. Adam, it's the first win of the series for Cedar Rapids. There will be no super sweep. The Colonels improved to 29-32. The Lugnuts fall to 29-33. And 4 games remain in the first half of this season for the hometown squad. And it's up to the official score to determine who's the winning pitcher. Losing pitcher is the Lansing Lugnut starter, Shat-Suk Shun. For Cedar Rapids, 30 hits in the win. That is 2 shy of tying the Midwest League single game record for a team. 6 for 6, Jay Thomason today, 6 singles, Midwest League single game record. Barrick Houston goes 5 for 6. Yasser Mercedes 4 for 6, Danny De Andrade. Luis Hernandez 4 for 6, 2 doubles for De Andrade, 2 homers for De Andrade. And for the Lugnuts, how about Jared Sprague-Lott becoming the 9th player in team history to hit for the cycle?
Awesome. Awesome. In a game where obviously Cedar Rapids, it felt like had it locked up until there was that little run in the 8th inning, and still you're down by 8 runs after that. He needs a triple and a single, and we're wondering if he's going to have the chance to get the single after he got the triple, and he gets it in the same half inning in the 8th. Really, really cool. And he has been excellent, you know, since he's come back up this week. After he started the year here, had to go back down, he's come back up, and he's been a huge part of the top of this order with Pacheco and Camarillo helping produce these big offensive nights like we saw again tonight, just coming in a losing effort.
Sprague-Lott 4 for 6. Ali Camarillo 4 for 6. Sprague-Lott knocked in 4. Ali knocked in 3 for the 2nd straight game. Rodney Green Jr. out of the 9-hole. Base hit, 2 walks. Gunnar Goldsmith drew 3 walks. Carlos Pacheco scored 3 more runs, as did Nate Nankill. Pacheco has now scored 11 runs in his first 5 games with the Lugnuts. And this game was played in 3 hours and 26 minutes in front of a crowd of 6,459. We've got one more game to go in the series. Nathan Detmer gets the ball tomorrow for the Nuts. On the other side, it'll be the right-hander Ivan Romero for the Colonels. Surely tomorrow's going to end up, what, like 2-1?
Well, Nathan Detmer's job is to make sure that tonight, Jesse, was Rogue One. That's the job.
And with that said, let's call it a night.
Let's do it, man. What an evening. History tonight. What a game. And obviously, may the force be with everybody.
A singular game. A game that I don't think we'll see the likes of for a long, long time. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Lansing Lugnuts and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Lansing Lugnuts. Once more, your final score. The Colonels 23, the Lugnuts 15. For Adam Jackson, I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Big thanks to Ed Sprague and to Dawson Campbell for joining the broadcast. We wish you well. From Michigan State Capitol, have a terrific rest of your Saturday night, and go nuts, and may the force be with you.